welcome to this little Piggy, a roundtable discussion about the Steel Toe Morning Show, the first ever episode. I am your host, Karl Hamburger from Who Are These Podcasts. Joining me today, you know him, you like him more than a friend, from Tookie Soup. Tookie is with us.
Yay! Hacka, Karl.
What is happening, Tookie?
Oh, this is fantastic. We don't have to talk about John or look at his stupid face today.
We can't talk about John. This is not about John. We don't care about John on this show.
No. It's fantastic.
Unless you give us super tips about John, and then, of course, we'll address it and talk all about it. Also joining us today, the producer of Nobody Likes Onions, the only reason why the show works the way that it does, all the way from New Zealand. Moody is here with us. What's up, Moody?
Hey, no one knows who I am. And look, don't call me the producer of NLO. He had tech issues all of yesterday. I had no part in that. I thought
you were the one sabotaging his show. I was actually gonna text you and give you a thumbs up.
He does that by himself.
Also with us today, the star of Nobody Likes Onions and the guy who takes all of his marching orders from Moody, Patrick Melton is with us.
There probably are 30% of people who do actually believe that he's the producer and does anything.
Because it's true.
Yeah. People believe the truth. That's how the world works.
Yeah.
Patrick.
Yeah. No, I'm just here.
Is it how the world works, Karl?
Yeah.
Talk to the toe.
You didn't know that?
You tried to get the Aussie guy, but your arm didn't quite reach Australia, so you just grabbed someone from New Zealand. That's
the Aussie guy was my first choice, but I don't know if you know what time it is over there. It's very early in the morning or late at night.
Yeah.
Depending on how you look at it.
Australia and New Zealand, what's the difference?
Yeah, it's the same antipodes.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why we're all here is because Shuli Agar can't do Point Dabble Point on Fridays anymore.
Yay! He's got to work!
He messaged me today, and he goes, Karl, I don't think I could do these Point Dabble Points on Friday, so we got to figure that out. But I thought, what a perfect opportunity, because we had just come up with this idea this week in our text thread to do a roundtable discussion about Aaron Imholte, and there couldn't be a better week to be discussing the week of Aaron Imholte. So much is going on. Patrick, you're covering it very well. Of course, I'm on top of it to some degree. Tookie's on top of it. Moody's there.
I'm getting a little burnout. I'm going to be honest. It's too much. Every time you think it's over, it's like another thing.
Well, That's the beauty of it. I get burned out on John when he does the same show every day, all week long. There's something to this because he had court this week. He came back from court this morning for his Rumble Rant Friday.
It was a day off. It was a vacation day.
Right.
It was great.
Like any time over the last 5 months, you could say this is the perfect week to start talking about Steel Toe. Like it's there's so much that's happened.
That is true. Months. I got sucked in when April finally left the show, and I went, okay, something's going on here.
That was April 1st.
Yes, that's when I started paying attention. Patrick, your audio's off, and I think you're echoing back at us a little bit. I'm going to mute you. Yep, it's definitely you.
I just sent him a text. I think it's
Great.
on the wrong mic.
Yeah, you connected to the wrong microphone, maybe?
You know me.
Moody, can you please fix this?
Yeah, do your job, Moody.
All right, yeah, I'll fix it.
Yeah, thank you. There we go.
I mean, I have a Yeti mic plugged in, and that's what it is.
Okay, we'll fix that. And while you're fixing that, I want to let everybody know that we're not doing this for our own personal enjoyment. We hate doing this. We do this for the goal. We have a goal of $350 for today's show, and if we don't reach that goal, then we'll have to get real jobs. We'll just leave and get real jobs, and you'll never see us again.
No.
We won't do afternoon shows. We won't do morning shows. We won't do late night shows. We'll just get a job. We'll disappear, and you'll never see us.
Tons of voice work out there, Karl.
And everyone loves my voice and how I pronounce words, so that'll go really well for me.
Zachi.
And I want to remind everyone...
We will be taking $35 of that. Thank you very much.
Oh, no.
Yes, the super tip system is in play. Supertip.gg/WATP. If you want to get your super tips in for today's show, we appreciate that because none of the money goes to YouTube, which is great. More of the money goes to us, which is nice. And we get the money faster. And if you want to see an example of a super tip, this is what you can do if you go to supertip.gg/WATP. Oh, wait, that was from yesterday.
You need to click play.
Yeah, I think this is what's from yesterday.
Fuck you, Moody.
Right.
My super tips don't work again.
Why don't I have audio, Moody? God damn it, Moody. Let me reset my OBS again. Oh, that worked. Everything is fine now. Melton hates me. Fuck you, Moody.
Is my audio still bork?
Yeah,
My super...
So it's, you won't believe how like how close that is to the emails that I get from people. And because I'm in New Zealand, it's like the time is different, so I get like 3 emails in a row of them going through the different stages of grief until they fix the issue.
Well, if you guys remember, I had an issue with my super tip system on Who Are These Socials a month or so ago, and I immediately blamed myself, and it was my fault. I think that's the way to usually go about tech problems, is just assume you're fucking it up and you could be doing better.
Thank you for the $5. That puts us 345 away from the goal. 345 is now the number. Get in there, guys.
Get in there. We need everyone to contribute.
You need to do the maths on it. It's actually 346 because super tip takes 10%.
All right. Shut up. I was going to start doing Moody math or movie math later when it mattered.
All right, Patrick, where are you at over there?
I don't know. I literally have a Yeti mic and a webcam plugged into a Mac. How is it looping back?
Oh, I mean, it's okay. You just sound very different than you normally sound.
Yeah, it's gonna be different. I'm not.
Okay.
Every time I try to go through that system, we have problems. So I literally plugged in a mic and a webcam, and now we're still having problems.
Well, I'm not hearing the slapback anymore, so I think we're good.
Calm down and eat a baby, Patrick.
All right.
It has been a minute.
Yeah, we're gonna get into all of these accusations being thrown around. And Mersh is getting involved in it.
I wish we wouldn't.
No, we can't. He can't talk about it.
You want to talk about it? Let's start with Aaron's court case, because Aaron had court yesterday, and he pled not guilty, and so now they're taking it to a settlement procedure in December 11th. They're going to reconvene on this, but let's talk about how Aaron described that this morning on his show. First, he goes, I had a court appointment yesterday. And then he caught himself. He goes, I mean, a court hearing? Like, yeah. It wasn't an appointment. It's not a dentist. It's court. It's very different.
I have a reservation.
You're right.
He
I
makes
know
it
I'm a little bit early. I'll wait.
He makes it sound like he's taking the morning off, and I'll just go to court during my time away.
I might get in 9 holes of golf. I might go to court. I got a lot of things.
What do you mean? Felony charges.
I asked to sit on the right.
He even said it was like 5 minutes. He was in and out. Why didn't he just do a show yesterday? Why does he take the day off if he loves doing his show so much?
He had a coupon for golf.
Oh, that's fantastic. Never mind then.
So he said he was explaining how things went for him yesterday. He said, I'm feeling good. I'm in good spirits. I don't have any animosity towards anyone.
Yeah, I'm not mad.
I'm not mad at the prosecutor, just doing his job. Not mad at the judge. Guy's just doing his job. Everyone's great.
Like, I'm not mad. Please don't tell anyone I was mad. Like, please don't write it down.
So this is for, he's got 2 counts against him, a felony and a gross misdemeanor. Mm-hmm. And, of course, an attorney's wife is the one who's pressing charges against him. And he feels he's making it seem like he has no cares in the world. There's nothing bad that could possibly happen to him. And he even said on his show today, and you guys got to explain this one to me because I don't understand the inner workings of Aaron as well as you do. He goes, I saw Nick Rekieta was losing his mind. And, I'm starting to think. He goes, I'm starting to think I'm more of a lawyer than Nick Rekieta is because I knew this is how this was going to go today. And Nick was all upset about it.
And he talked to his therapist, and his therapist confirmed he is, in fact, a lawyer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good. Yeah. You're not a narcissist, and you are a lawyer.
Yeah. And they laughed him out of the room.
Yeah.
They keep telling him what he wants to hear, which is amazing.
I wonder, it's interesting to me, if it turns out, and it looks like it might be the case, but if it turns out that he's the catalyst for this entire investigation, again, if he's the one who went to the church or the school, the teachers, whatever it was, because that was a way to get the police to take it more seriously and act faster. And then he acting as state's witness or knowing he's state witness or knowing he's the guy who started all this investigating, goes on to influence people's public opinion of Nick and Kayla before the trial even happens. And this is part of it, the sending out the nudes. like there's going to be civil damages as well.
You know, you're talking like you might know something over there.
No, I don't know anything, but I just like I mean, we all remember the OJ case.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Like this guy was found not guilty for the criminal trial, but had to fork over millions in the civil damages. So like,
which was unprecedented, by the way. But no, they're obviously.
It was unprecedented, but these are unprecedented times, Karl.
Well, right now it is precedented, and I totally agree with you that Nick fucking with an attorney is a bad idea. Ask Stuttering John. I said I wouldn't talk about him. But
fucking with a rich attorney is even dumber.
yes, a guy with a lot of resources who no longer has to practice law, is just a YouTuber, and so he's looking for shit to do.
I don't know him very well, but he seems very petty and spiteful.
Well, he should be. He got this guy. If all of this is true, and I think there's a lot of evidence that shows that Aaron was the catalyst for this search warrant. And if that's the case, I mean, we know for a fact from the search warrant itself that he was one of the concerned citizens, right? That's a known fact. So he's definitely involved.
Whoever it was a hero.
Right, he's definitely involved.
So brave.
This guy got Nick's kids taken away from him for, what, a month? I would think that you would want to get some revenge on someone who does something like that to you. I'd think you'd have a little bit of spite.
It's not just that, but I mean, Nick's had rumors around him swinging and all of that for quite a long time.
Yep.
And Aaron is like a first source verification of a lot of that stuff, which Nick had not confirmed or denied for quite a long time. So, I mean, it's opening up really his bedroom doors.
Yeah. Airing the dirty laundry is, I think, the most egregious thing that Aaron has done in all of this, going to Keno Casino, MLC, Simpcast, spilling all of these details that nobody should know about.
But all those people are my friends. They like me.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
They think I'm interesting. They want to talk boxing and other things I'm good at.
It's funny to me to watch all the people coming from the Rekieta side of it, because I know nothing about Rekieta. And again, people are fuming that I like talk to Rekieta, but it's like, okay, he might be the worst fucking person in the world. You're right. Maybe he is. I don't know him. I'm saying that right up top. I don't know the guy at all. But imagine you were just following Rekieta and had all these allegations and rumors and thoughts for years. You've watched him on stream. You've had these assumptions about what he's been doing. And then this guy comes out of nowhere, like a phoenix rising from behind a mountain, telling you tales untold about what goes on behind the closed doors of the Rekieta household. And he's held up by a hero by these guys.
Yep.
So it's funny how tribal it gets, because people assume, like, well, if Rekieta's bad and this guy hates Rekieta and he's telling us all this embarrassing stuff that confirms what we think about Rekieta, he must be good. He must be a great guy. He got out of it. The whole story Aaron's been trying to get us to believe.
Right.
Which I think people would have believed it if he just shut his mouth. I mean, if he had come on after they were arrested and said, look, I know this is interesting. I really want to talk about it, but there's an active investigation going on. I can't say anything. I don't know if I ever can. You're welcome to speculate. I would if I was in your position. But and then just kept quiet about it. He would have looked so good.
Well, think about this. The way that it went down, I'll never forget this, because I was just getting interested in this whole storyline when this happened. And it started with Aaron coming out and saying, guys, I did some bad things over the last few months. I made some bad decisions. I was doing drugs I shouldn't be doing as a father of 3. And other people have decided not to make change in their lives. I decided to make changes. So it's like right there, you're like, oh, April's on drugs. Okay, that's obvious.
Yeah, he kept indicating that they had taken separate roads and that he didn't do drugs.
Right.
Like, well, what are you?
And then the next morning, he's playing that swinging song, and he's grinning ear to ear. He's like, It's like, he didn't have to say any of this up to Keno Casino or any of these other shows. Like, he already mapped it all out. All of us who were paying attention were like, okay, yeah, we get it. You were swinging.
The powdered donut bit made the rounds like 6 times on various shows.
The fact this is why he's such a dork. The fact that after doing that, where he already said his piece, like, okay, You said it without saying it. Good job. You got it out there. Instead, he had to be like, and then we would have sex, and then those two girls were making out, and then we went to the bedroom, and then they were doing this. It's like, dude,
One
this is
time
gross.
we were in the basement making weird noises. Cool story.
Nick was watching me with Kayla from around the corner. I'm like, no one needs to know any of these details, dude.
We
What are you
made
doing?
snow angels. Here's a picture of the snow angels we met. We don't need to see Kayla's snow angels.
37 years old, and one of his sex stories is we were making weird noises.
Where's that coming from?
Not Tookie.
They won't eat you.
Uh-oh. Where did that come from?
No idea.
We've been hacked.
I think
What
I've been
was it?
hacked. I don't know.
No.
Anyway,
Stop somehow. Someone did something. Tookie didn't do shit.
weird.
What
All right.
were they singing?
I promise I won't eat you, I think.
I don't know.
I don't know.
What the fuck?
It's very unprofessional. This is happening on my channel. I won't stand for it over here. on
Sorry,
WATP.
any show that I get involved with as a producer, this starts to happen. It all
Moody's a
falls apart.
prankster.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yep, I knew it. Anyway, we were talking about how Aaron's a dork who was proud of himself for having sex with another girl and then had to go and blab about it and tell everyone because he was getting all this attention and the show was getting watched and people were tuning in to find out more salacious details. And I think all of that is going to turn those people against you in a way that they're going to go above and beyond to make sure that you get your comeuppance.
Do you think when he was banging Kayla on the side, he was like, oh, God, this reminds me of my first divorce?
Well, I could really go for some various cured meats and cheeses right now. Just
I-
meet you over there.
I want to know what happened to the $2,000 to $4,000 he raised for Nick's kids that he was going to donate, but then couldn't donate to those kids specifically.
Yes, he said he was going to get grocery store gift cards. Right? He was going
And
to
that was also that night. None of that money ever got rolled forward to a goal. That was the first night he was like,
no, what are
holy
you,
shit.
stupid?
I think he thought that night he was like, this could be it.
Mhm. This
Yeah.
is it.
This could be the turn.
The
He
tone
was
is
feeling
back,
his
baby.
feels. Oh yeah, for sure.
Because there's a bit of history that people might not know or not believe, but I looked into his numbers when he was on Twitch because he was kicked off of there and had to go to YouTube. But he was making over $20,000 a month on Twitch before tips. So like with membership, with Twitch subscribers, which are the equivalent to YouTube memberships, it was over $20,000 a month.
How many people
regularly.
were paying for that? How many people?
Like between 4,000 and 6,000 or 7,000 people. A month.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
you
Look,
actually had an
that's-
audience.
That's 2 to 3 David Chandlers.
Yeah.
Yeah, where the hell
It's,
did all those people go?
He made bank there, and then he was
Wow.
kicked off of Twitch. But during the Twitch time is when he got with April, and then they were booted off to YouTube. So April joined this up and coming high roller $220,000
Yeah.
in St. Cloud, Minnesota streamer.
Well-
And then she ended up shaking an offering plate on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like the fall was
Moody, I
drastic.
want to talk more about that because that's before my time, and I think a lot of people's time who are now following this saga. But if you remember, he actually had a billboard in wherever bumfuck Minnesota he lives promoting his Twitch channel.
Yeah.
There's that photo of April. She's like, hey, check this out. We have a billboard. Ah, look at us. So she joined up with this guy who's got billboards. He's famous. He's
Yeah.
making all this money. And yeah, that's got to be tough when you realize he's impossible to deal with. We've seen that just from him changing what happened in the interview with Aussie Guy the very next day,
I
pretending
looked
that none of
great.
that happened.
I
Yeah,
watched
I put him in his place.
I watched a stream one night where they were debating whether they had made enough money to go to Jersey Mike's after the show. And they were hard pressed because they had a dilemma because Jersey Mike's was closing at 9, but also they hadn't quite made enough money yet, so they needed to stay on and stream and beg.
But there's also
So they
those
were
sandwiches. Sandwiches at the gas station are pretty good in a pinch.
Every once in a while you splurge.
Right. It's so sad.
It's an unreal life, and it's unreal that these moments, the small moments of like, oh, I have a new flavor of Celsius and stuff like this. It's like, these shouldn't be big conversations on your show. Like,
No.
I went for a walk this weekend, and it was by the lake.
I mowed the lawn.
Like, nothing happened. Yeah, he mowed the lawn. He tells us every time he mows his lawn. Yeah. What are we?
because it's big. It's April used to do that.
Because
and
April
so
used to do it. Yeah.
It's a big thing for him.
Wow. As a guy who doesn't ever mow his lawn, I don't know that I would talk about it if I did. That would mean things are going bad in my life.
I wonder what April used to think about when she mowed this part of the lawn.
Right.
Was she thinking of me?
Think
All right.
about the goal more.
Let's
Your
think about the
volume's a bit
goal.
low,
Let's
Tookie.
talk about the goal. People are helping us get to our goal. Let's
Yes.
talk about it.
Yo, my wiggers. Aaron and I have a lot in common. Know what I'm saying? We both have wives that openly suck the dicks of losers on and off the camera. My goal today is to get $50 Venmo donations so I can pay off Pops, avoiding him taking the bat to my shins. He boosted me some delicious Ben & Jerry Chunky Monkey.
Kristen Venmo. Kristen PayPal.
Thank you for christening
Kristen.
the super chats and super
Yes,
tips.
thank you. That
Yeah,
gives
we
us
don't
Christen
get-
the voices.
We have to get $350 today, or we fail and Aaron wins. And we're all, I thought we did a good show, but I don't know.
I don't know. There's a couple pests in the comments are saying that we're not going to get it. They're saying we're not going to get it. Go, come on, guys. We got to
Really
prove them
getting our
wrong.
shit pushed in right now.
I just want to, before we move on, I got a couple more of these to play, but I just want to point out. So now that Mersh is going to start this lawsuit against the super tip system for using his voice and likeness, Joey C might want to get in on that. They might want to get a class action suit going.
If they team their finances up together, there's no telling what class of lawyer they'll be able to hire.
They're able to afford the gas to get to the attorney's office.
Well, while they're getting the gas, they can just look at the bench and there'll be an attorney there that they can afford.
Typical. Famed beard dater brings the child endangerer on.
Fatty Melt dug up my daughter for bad things.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Nobody dug her up. She's in a fucking Amazon box
She's in
on
a
your
KFC cup.
entryway because you remember that this was their whole thing, like we can't afford an urn or whatever for her. And it's like, stop traveling to events
Right.
and bury your daughter.
Prioritize a little bit.
They're like,
You
we
also-
haven't grieved.
See you in
You
properly."
don't, have you don't have the stamina to dig 6 feet. Like, what's happening?
Yeah, people think you think digging a grave 6 feet is easy?
It's
It's not.
That's why the mafia just goes like 1.5 feet, and they're like, "That's good. We got
I
it."
put a fire pit in once and I almost died.
That's a good point. Do we know?
So
if
did you
Joey-
guys hear this
Oh.
about Aaron Imholte? He went to
Sorry, I'll back that up.
No, it's okay. I never knew. Did Joey ever end up getting an urn for his daughter? Do we know?
They never talked about it.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, I gotta.
I would hope so. I would hope they're not where they're at today, doing all the things they're doing today, and their daughter is still just sitting in a McDonald's fry bag.
Right in a Pringles.
You know what, Patrick? I'll ask him when I see him in Detroit at Who Are These Podcasts Live at the Magic Bag, October 25th. I'll see
Oh god.
how that's going.
it's similar. Doesn't Michael Ray Bauer keep his dad in some sort of sports cup?
No, it's Stella Artois Chalice.
That's yeah.
All right, let's get back to Looney Tunes critic here.
So did
I
you
gotta-
guys hear this about Aaron Imholte? He went to jail after the police listened to his show. They got him for impersonating a Kumia.
That's pretty good. That is a Tom Myers joke right there.
Right on.
Little too clever.
That takes
If
us
we don't reach the
3:30 away.
goal, there will be no more Chris on WATP. Call sidekick. I mean, if you don't donate, we won't be able to pay for the medicine that Chris's daughter needs, and he might hold that against me. Just cause my gas station snack bill is $500 each day.
Wait, I'm the gas station snack guy now? What the fuck just happened? How did that happen?
Say whatever you want about me, but at least I don't blue ball my listeners. I keep a schedule and let them know when I won't be on. I'm looking at you, Patrick Melton. You're becoming worse than Tookie.
Shut up.
He's got a point there.
We've had other activities this week. Don't worry about it.
We have lives.
Welcome to the very special Melton Redemption episode of Point Antelope Point.
Nick is a saint.
Could you have more voice options with this AI beard burger?
Tookie, stealing my slot again. If his cum wasn't so tasty, I'd deal with him permanently.
I love that he thinks Tookie's stealing his slot, not Moody or me.
310 away from the goal. Thank you, everybody.
Hellraiser 69, $10 for the goal. Yes, it's for the goal. Of course, YouTube takes 30%, so that's $7 more towards the goal, Hellraiser. Thank you. Restless
303.
Tom Gesimondo, $2. 175th way towards the goal. That's not correct. That's actually $1.30. But thank you. We'll put that towards the goal.
Thank
we'll
you,
call it
Tom
$1.
Gisimundo.
Real quick, because Moody was going back over his earning in the past. if you go look at Playboard now, it's estimated that tomorrow his YouTube paycheck will be less than $2,000.
That's rough. Well,
like that's insane.
Well, hold on
that's
a second,
insane.
though, Patrick. I know you
give that to him in a day.
I know you watch these shows. He's getting a ton of money in PayPal and Venmo. I mean, it's always when he needs the goal, $150 shows up there. So
that's true. So maybe it's balanced out, and that's why the YouTube numbers are down.
Probably.
Yeah, it's just the diehard steel toe people who don't want to give the cut to YouTube, so they go to PayPal to give the big bucks. We just can't verify it.
Right.
Yeah. In fact, let me just refresh my phone and just see what's going on. And guys, I'm looking stupid here. I'm refreshing and nothing's coming in. So we have a goal here. What the fuck?
Oh, this is so embarrassing.
Painkiller $2. Is this your members show, Patty?
You know what? I might do a members show tonight anyway. We'll see, but it'll be really late. It'll be really late.
After I asked you to do this, I finished up your show and I heard you saying, I'll probably tomorrow afternoon, I'll do a members show. I was like, oh shit. My bad.
No, I woke up this morning. Karl had a message me. He's like, hey, I see you've been hanging out with Ricada a lot. I thought we were doing really well.
I got all jealous. I'm like, maybe we need to stream together to rekindle things.
I better start a new project. You in?
Joe Black, $2. Ditching the skull for the goal will break SJ's heart. That's what we should call this show. Ditching skull for the goal.
Yeah, what would he do if you stopped covering him? He would hate it.
It would be the worst thing that could possibly happen.
You search for me, nothing comes up.
Well, I think a similar thing that Chad Zumach went through, where he just tries to goat me and starts, I think John would start emailing me and texting me and trying to antagonize me to get me to talk about him again.
Well, that's what Chad does, and that's why Chad started calling my show again last week and stuff. It's like, it is cyclical.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these guys go like, all right, well, nobody's paying attention to MLC anymore and like what we're doing over here. And it's like, right, because you have the same arguments nonstop. And that's coming from people who cover Stuttering John and Steel Toe. So it's like, yeah, I find it very weird. And now Mersh is like doing the same thing, like trying to get mixed up with Aaron and trying to get mixed up with me. It's like,
if you want to have the same arguments nonstop, it needs to be like Aaron, where like your life is crumbling around you, things are
while
getting worse, but you are still like, everything's fine. I have
literally, yes.
That's the only way it's interesting.
So it is working for Mersh, you're telling me. Okay. That makes sense. Big Daddy Dodo coming in with $5. Good afternoon, fellas. Now, it's $4.99, which tells me that's an Apple device. So that means we only get 70% after YouTube's cut. And then there's another 30% taken by Apple but that's after the 70%. So can you do the math on that, Tookie? I need to know where we're at towards the goal.
I think that gives us $2. That puts us $2.98 from the goal. That's our number, guys. Come on, we need a rally.
Rocco Orby 2002, $5 says new goal, cigarette soap, and other prison goodies.
Oh, no. Let's just not count this one. Let's just not count it.
Yeah, let's just not count it. Why not?
Guys, Tiny Leroy showed me how to cook ramen off the radiator in my prison cell. It's fantastic. It's some of the best ramen I've ever had.
I need 350 cigarettes for the goal today. Mojo Buffalo, $10. Keep trying, haters. Yesterday was the biggest win for the Toes since he got choked out at that wedding. He is looking so good right now.
Maybe he'll get in one of those nice mega private prisons where he can rent like iPad time and then he can like stream from it. Maybe he'll be able to like use a VPN and do his show for like 28 minutes a day. Pretty good.
I think what's going to happen is when he goes to prison, if he goes to jail or prison, people will troll him by donating to his commissary fund. So he's extraordinarily wealthy. And then he gets bullied for ramen packets over there.
And he'll tell everybody about his life while he's in there so that when they get out, they will definitely go find him.
Yeah. I got raped in the shower again because someone realized I had extra Oreos under my mattress. Thanks, guys.
No, I met some Crips. They were incredibly cool. I told them, hey, when you guys get out, look me up. Come be on the show.
There's a guy named Chili DeCastro. He has a show called Delete Laws on YouTube. And what he does is he goes and fucks with police. He's actually in your town, Patrick. He's in Vegas. And whenever the police are pulling someone over, he gets right in the police faces and fucks with them. So they finally arrested him for it, and he was going to serve 6 months in jail. And he had this thing where another buddy on the outside, he was making these phone calls to a couple times a week, and they're putting those out as podcasts. So this is what I'm hoping for. I'm not looking. I don't want Aaron to go to jail per se, but if he did, I hope he keeps Steel Toe going.
Yeah, just remember, Moody's the producer. He'll happily record the calls.
Yeah.
Like
He's
Johnny
gonna need
Cash.
to raise. He's gonna need to raise $1,500 for the goal to get flight tickets to New Zealand so that he can come to see. Like, that's not happening. I'm fine.
Suge Knight has a big show from prison as well, I'm pretty sure. So this is doable. All right, we got
You know what would be smart? These prisons that have a podcast studio and take a percentage. These fucking idiots. They're missing out because how fascinating, be honest, how fascinating would prison podcasts be? And you could listen to like 2 different groups in the same prison, like tell the same story from their side. Like, nah.
Oz was fictional. Oz was fictional. People still won't shut up about that show.
Right.
If this was like a reality thing going on, but what would be funny about that is Aaron would be in there going, all right, $10, thank you. The prison takes 5. YouTube takes 2. So that's $3.
Bubba takes 1.
Bubba takes 1.
If only you knew someone who developed some kind of super tip system they could sell to the prisons.
I know. I was just seeing Moody's. I was like, oh, yeah, this is actually.
Yeah. The
Moody's not
website
the one who
design-
sees the potential.
Right.
the website design is like a government contractor. Like, it's at that level. So we're doing well.
So
Every time I tell Moody about a way to make money with it, he's like, oh, that's a good idea. It's like, yeah.
Opie Melendez, $5 says, turn Tookie's mic volume up. He's too low. So he was way too loud, and so I turned him down. And did you make an adjustment on your end, Tookie?
I mean, I turned myself up once I saw that, but I'll turn it down.
You
again.
fell for it.
No,
we did that on purpose so that we can get $5. That was $4 towards the goal. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We're
4.
286. The number is 286, guys. Come on, we need a rally.
Oh, sorry, not 4.
286. I'm getting a little nervous, guys.
We're 35 minutes in.
Oh, I hate this part. Oh, God, seriously.
Come on.
All right.
Come on.
This
He's
actually.
like Bossman Jack watching his money go down. Come on. No.
This actually segues perfectly into something I wanted to talk about today, because Aaron trying to hit the goal is not fun for him, but it's fun for everybody else. We all enjoy the shit out of it, and nobody more than Blind Mike Geary, who did an entire show dedicated to the goal. His goal was $10,000, and he spent 5 hours berating anyone who wasn't giving him money towards the goal. Aaron saw this, and after Monday night missing the goal by $105, did his best Blind Mike impression Tuesday morning in order to raise money. I really think that was all performative. He saw this as an opportunity to mock himself, to take it away from us so that he could be the one acting like a douche about it. And it worked.
He got the quad.
Almost
Which-
hit the
Almost
quint.
the quint.
Yep, almost the quint.
which allowed him to watch Con Air. So that was a
But that
pretty
just
big deal.
That shows you the goal cannot be stopped. It only grows because, yes, he got 4 days worth of goals in less than 24 hours. And it was, well, maybe we could do 5. And then if it's 5, maybe we can do 6. Hey, let's do the record. Let's get to 10.
It's
Who
insatiable.
could give more? Right now, PayPal's at 10, but who could give 20? Who might give 50? Let's see who can give more.
All right, let's play a game. Let's see who can give me the most money
Everything,
during
yeah,
the
right.
stream.
He's a carnival barker. That's
You
it.
think he works for one of these fucking apps for housewives? It's like he gamifies everything. He puts a little mini game. And what's crazy is like, no, there's no stakes in them. And the more he makes up, the less we care about each one of them. But he has to keep track of them, and it drives him nuts when they're not completed.
Yeah.
Like, and now this new thing with like Christian PayPal. Okay, PayPal's been christened. YouTube's been christened. We need to christen Rumble. We need to christen Venmo. It's like, what are you?
It's gonna be like morning PayPal knocked it out of the park, but evening PayPal did not.
Right.
Wednesday Streamlabs was killer this week, but Thursday and Friday Streamlabs, what the fuck, Streamlabs?
Yeah. Are there seriously people out there who go, fuck those night guys. Let's show them what the morning crew's all about.
Yeah,
right?
the morning Venmo crew. You don't know about them?
Let's talk about,
like, if there's an analytics thing, he just checks every box to break down by analytics, and those are the groups he tracks.
Yeah, it's
All right,
measuring
the
things you shouldn't
ladies-
measure.
We've heard from the men this morning, but the ladies are really lagging. We know you only earn 80% of what the men earn, but come on, you've only given 38%.
Unspecified gender, 35 to 45, paying on Streamlabs. Haven't heard from you today.
You're right, though. He's
Kristen
gonna
is.
start doing like bar promotions like that. Oh, Thursday is ladies' night. We need all our ladies.
He
to get
should.
into
You're
Super
right.
Chat.
I can't believe he hasn't thought of that yet.
Yes. Industry days.
Yes,
Anything that
industry
makes
day.
it-
Yes.
Anything that makes it more exciting for us.
Well, speaking of gamifying things, back in the day, he used to do this thing with April where if you gave him money during the week, you would then qualify
Fuck her?
for a sweepstakes. Well, yeah, that. You would then qualify for a sweepstakes where you'd win prizes they would give out in an evening show. And I believe Patrick pointed out that that is illegal. That's not how sweepstakes work. You can't pay for an entry into a sweepstakes. There has to be an opportunity with no payment involved. And then I saw Chad Zumach doing that this week. Where Chad's like, I'm going to give out a whatever his stupid shirt is.
Hey, shut up. That's the greatest shirt ever.
He's going to give out one of those shirts to people who give him super chats. I'm like,
Zumach Mania.
When will
Zumach
these
Mania.
shirts run out? He bought a box of these shirts.
Zumach
last
Mania shirts
year.
will never die, just like
They'll go-
Hulkamania.
He'll have them in 2025, this box of shirts.
He'll just start wearing them. I'm convinced like
does
6
wear
days
them.
a week, he'll just be wearing his own shirt. At some
I think
point.
he's got 15 in his laundry basket, which is just a pile.
Yeah, a laundry basket. But
Call it my couch.
But that's the stuff. And you pointed out, Patrick, that he used to sell these $50 gift cards to Stoney's for $20 bucks, right? $20 gift
Yeah.
certificate or
Not
$50
over
gift
a
certificate,
month.
$20 donation. And ever since the live show, that has dried up. It was a horrible thing for Stoney's. These guys giving away $50 gift certificates. That's not,
Yeah, everyone had won one. If you wanted a Stoney's gift card, basically they were for sale.
Right.
So if you gave $20, you got a $50 Stoney's gift card. And I imagine everyone who was a fan who was coming to his show is the same kind of fan who would have bought that gift card. And you can imagine Cheetos looking in that register at the end of the night with all these printer paper coupons going like, okay, we got to start. Because we had a fan last year who won some of these coupons. And when he got sent them, they were legit Stoney's cards.
okay.
And they had a receipt stapled to them for like comps, for steel toe. But the date on them was 2021.
Oh.
So like they've been laying around in this guy's drawer. Like, what goes on over there? There is some scam where he's reselling these locally, or
You have to contact him to get it. A lot of people won't contact him. He prints them out himself, so he can sell the same one multiple times.
he's been going through this thing where he's been trying to mail one to this guy in Canada and Toronto for. It keeps coming back, and he's like, "I'm sorry, I don't even know what the guy's name is." He's like, "Yeah, I've tried a Chilito or whatever." He's like, "I'm trying to get you your gift card." It's like, "Yeah, he's in Toronto. He really wants to come to Rockville, Minnesota, to Stoney's." But I guarantee on that anniversary show, all those hardcore fans brought their Stoney's gift cards and used them, and he didn't make anything near what he thought because some people had. There's no like one per customer per visit.
I was going to ask you, like, is Cheeto smart enough to say like not for alcoholic beverages or with the purchase of a meal?
Right. Not to exceed this percentage of your bill.
Right. He didn't have any of that language.
And nothing stops people from photocopying the ones that they get.
No,
to
Aaron
make
prints
more.
them out on his Canon bubble jet.
I got me 10 of these $50 gift cards, Cheetos.
Right.
So that means you're giving me $500 worth of shit for
And then
$200.
at some point, those people who again had 2 or 3 of them, a few people start buying the drink because they're not going to use it. Start buying drinks for the people who don't even have them. And at some point, he's got to be going like, "What am I doing? This guy is literally living off my bar. He's literally selling discounted gift cards to my bar. What am I doing?"
He also told a story last week about visiting Midland Armory to pick up his check from them for the sponsorship. So he's like doing a tour at the moment of collecting his money. Midland Armory.
Nice armory. Be shame if something happened to the place. Hey, you got my check.
He just breaks the window.
he's not interested in guns. It was April who was the hunter, and she was like bow and arrow. But I was watching one of Matt's very old streams, Savage Thoughts, and he had Midland Armories as a sponsor. What I think happened is Aaron would have stolen or taken Midland Armory from Matt
when Matt quit.
Used that.
When he made Matt quit.
I'm still confused about something that you said. You're telling me he drove to a business to pick up a check? Is there a better way to receive payment than driving to a place?
I don't know. Ask Gino, who hasn't cashed his Hackamania check yet.
Oh, is that true?
Yes.
Fucking idiots.
He's got a lot going on.
I mean, he could buy a lot of toys with that check.
In fairness to him, he's like, was this supposed to be signed? And I was like, sorry, I don't write a lot of checks.
Oh, so he probably couldn't even cash it if he wanted to.
First he wanted a new one, but then he found it, and he's like, fuck, it's not signed. And I said, scrawl my name and cash it.
Yeah, like, who's going to fucking fight that?
Right.
Wait a minute, this isn't Patrick Melton's signature.
Probably driving my accountant nuts that there's been an outstanding check since June.
All right, guys, we're having too much fun. Let's get back to the goal. This is the reason why we're all here. It's not to have fun and laugh and joke.
285. 285 is our number. Get in there, everybody.
Potato, potato, potato. $2 says, "Hey, Karl, this Aaron guy is a real pickle sniffer. He's trying to start. He's trying to start something. This pickle sniffer. I kind of like it.
We're still at 285.
I think it's going to catch on. Detroit Dabbler, $5 says, I like the switch up. SJ is finally boring me. Steel Toe and Ray DeVito are becoming better locales. Great panel. Aussie Guy for Dabbler of the Week. Yes, Aussie Guy is certainly Dabbler of the Week.
We get 280 of that.
By the way, everyone here's pronouncing Aussie Guy as Aussie Guy. It's like Z's, like it's a Z, like Aussie Guy, not Aussie.
Yeah, we don't want to confuse him with rock stars.
Explain it to us by saying Zed.
So, I know. He caught himself.
Zed is dead, baby. Zed is dead.
So Aussie Guy, Dean, is definitely Dabbler of the Month in my book. He killed it.
You Australians are so sensitive.
He did better.
You Australians.
Fuck off.
He did better.
Get out of here,
He did better than anybody's ever done, for sure.
For sure.
And by the way, Aaron's welcome to come on to any show we do, right?
Yep.
What, you're going to be a rat fuck piece of shit? Is that what you're going to do, Melton?
Yeah, that really was incredible. I love the way he was so polite and kept his calm and let Aaron bury himself.
You. Oh, you were talking about Aussie Guy.
I was talking about Aussie Guy. Yes, he did a very good job.
Did I say it right? Aussie Guy.
I got to ask our New Zealand friend here, what kind of money is that? Do you know? What's a PLN?
I don't know.
Filipino nugget.
Yes. Number's still 280, whatever that is.
Thank you, fellas, for poisoning my life with SJ. You're very welcome. Thanks for being here with us. This is a big deal right here. Jenny G gifting 5. Who are these podcast memberships? Thank you, Jenny G. That goes towards the goal. If you do become a member of this channel, we put out 2 bonus shows every single month, and you can watch WTP live on Wednesdays and Saturdays. We put those in the community tab on YouTube. Check for the links there. You can go back and watch any of the old episodes as well.
13 of them go towards the goal.
Well, there's only 5.
Oh, I thought it was 25. Jenny G's. Oh, forgot. Women don't have any money.
Yeah, did I get too excited about it? Maybe that was the problem.
Thank you for christening the female memberships tab, though.
Also, the Philippines were christened just now. Thank you for that. Painkiller, $2. Moody, has Aaron been filthy, dirty, negative?
It's because of my accent. If I read that,
say it.
Has Aaron been a filthy, dirty, negative?
Whoa!
No.
Wow!
Whoa! Terms of service. Jesus.
I cut the stream.
Thank you, Painkiller. We're still 275 away.
Colin Madden, $5 says, I've come to depend on Melton's Friday night music stream. Let him go take a nap, Lady K.
I have other things to do.
All right. Let's get back to the super tip system because we got some fun super tips coming in.
Do we?
I need money for an urn and for Detroit-style pizza. October 25th.
Not necessarily in that order.
Well, the worst part is I'm sure that asshole is going to be in my green room eating my pizza, just like OJ did last year.
He's pre-ordering pizza a month out.
Yes. Got to make sure it's ready for him.
My microphone is low. The only way I can get on the show is through this fucking service.
Okay.
I hear him.
You.
I hear you, Tookie.
Aaron is such an idiot. So anyway, don't forget to christen the super chats, you cowards. We need to reach our goal this show, or I'll have to come on again a couple hours later.
Karl is such a dork, and so is Aaron. He's begging for money to do a hot tub stream. I would never do that. Right, David Chandler?
I forgot about that. Literally after I did the hot tub stream, Aaron and April did a stream. I saw recently a clip, and they were like, some people have to do like hot tub streams for money. And then they offered it to Tookie, and they offered it to Aaron and April, and everyone just took it, of course.
Yep.
And they literally were like, can you imagine having to do that? It's like everything this guy calls out that it would be pathetic to do, he ends up having to do.
Oh, talking about Kevin Brennan, though?
No. Yeah. But like, honestly, like now he wants to do the Rumble ads. He's like, they're pretty good. And Mersh just revealed that one of those he was doing was $13.
And I love Mersh too, being all defiant like that. Just like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't need a $13. Fuck Rumble. Like, whoa.
Thinking that was sticking it to Rumble and not revealing what you'll do for $13.
Female cop.
He'd set up a new show called Sad Today or something like that, and just run ads that entire day.
Tookie, who are you working for over there?
Female cop. What? No, nothing. Rumble owes me $13. What? No. Sorry.
I just love how he got like halfway through the ad, and he goes, you know what? They're probably gonna not give me credit for this one. Fuck it, I'll burn it down. Fuck you, Rumble. I didn't want the ad anyway. Keep your $13. This is stupid. Have you read this ad copy? This is dog shit. You got to get somebody on. You just like
makes us look like we're
say
begging
I
for
fucked
money.
up and restart it. Just say restart it. He let himself just get.
To be fair, that ad read was so memorable that you're talking about it. So, like, if you were looking
for
eyeballs,
I did sign up
for Rumble.
I do have Rumble Premium. Yeah, I had to do it yesterday because I was pulling clips of Dick
trying
Show.
to watch Con Air.
No, I was playing clips of Dick Show, and Dick's off of YouTube. And Rumble's so annoying. If you try to do a timestamp and start it, it'll play 2 fucking ads. So like, fine, take my $10 so I can do this on my show. Motherfuckers, they got me.
Maybe Pat would like to come over to my gay art room. We make cup holders too. Maybe he can give us some tips. Aaron should embrace using his spawn. It's been profitable beyond dreams. It bought a roof and top shelf creamers for my coffee box. Aaron, call me. Maybe we can go to a meeting or sing karaoke. Do you like the Indigo Girls? Maybe you could do a remote from my cart. Howdy, Big Sauce.
Wow.
Wah.
Never heard Woke Dad make that noise.
His tea is ready.
Holy shit, Moody! What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I think all the characters are colliding in the cauldron, and they're all learning from each other.
Yes.
Moody, what do you think is happening to the Aaron character? Is it really like feeling like Aaron and feeling the stress of being Aaron?
yeah. He's breaking down. So
it is. It's almost like the AI is taking the things that people write, and since it's always like so stressful and stuff, that it's almost feeling like he
like
is.
When you make Bob Levy speak Australian.
Yeah.
Putting in g'day.
But it makes him speak like he's like an escaped convict or something. And it's
yeah,
crazy.
it's like
And that's exactly how he
got the
feels.
window down.
Yes.
I'm doing fine. Everything's going great. You guys don't know what's going on with me. I'm doing great.
I didn't kill my wife.
Well, they're based on the voices of people, and there's not much person left there anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Good point.
Finally, a goal I can donate to, but I feel limited to just super tips and super chats. Are there any other ways I can donate?
That's a great question. You can always sign up on our Patreon, patreon.com/who are these podcasts? There's Supercast. We have Supercast as well, and that's the list.
What is that?
It's the same as Patreon.
Oh.
You get all of our shows. You get the RSS feed, listen to all the bonus podcasts and stuff.
What do you think of the theory that the every lawyer said they could have had an agreement yesterday? They could have had some sort of plea agreement yesterday, and the fact that they didn't means that neither side's willing to budge.
Yes.
If neither side is willing to budge, it means there's some condition like felony or jail that Aaron doesn't necessarily want to do, and it means that the state has a case that they think is strong and they're not going to relent. So if Aaron's faced with you're going to have to, for the plea, felony or jail, he's definitely going to take jail, probably. I mean, right? You would take jail to not have a felony.
Yeah, it's the better one.
Okay.
It'll probably be like 30 days or 60 days or something.
All right.
And and who knows, he might even, that might even get, cut down.
Sure.
But if he knows that's coming and is able to put it off past whatever's going on with this Rekieta case to make him seem more viable as a witness there or whatever, or if he's not available or has to attend the Rekieta case in court as a witness in the orange jumpsuit. I mean, can you imagine?
That would be awesome. That would be amazing.
So if he knows I'm going to have to go to jail and he's just trying to put it off for whatever reason, the way he's been acting seems... The other day when he was like, I'll burn it all down. If I'm going down, fuck it. Like, I won't even talk about money. Let's see how much I can miss by. I don't give a fuck. I'll just burn this shit.
He's manic. He's manic and he's bipolar.
Wild.
You've pointed this out. Like his highs are so high and his lows are so low.
The time between them is so short.
Right. It's literally like a donation comes in on top of the world, and then he misses the goal, and it's all over. And he has to get a job.
Goes by, and he's not where he thinks he should be. And it's like, all right, guys, you're starting to make me sweat.
But
it's like, why?
But Patrick, you were talking about how, he's talking about how his attorney's great. He's having these great conversations with his attorney, and he's really happy with that. And from what I read, and I'm not an expert in this kind of stuff at all, but from what I read, they would have asked at this court appearance yesterday to dismiss the charges based on lack of evidence. Obviously, they have the evidence they need.
Right. From what I understand, the court has the photo.
Right.
Yeah.
And knows what the photo is. And
So how do you negotiate with that? It's like you broke the law on the internet.
Right. I
So
think his lawyer told him it'd be a waste of money to even file that.
But see what Nick did, what Nick's doing in his case is he's trying to poke holes in the discovery and all of that stuff, to make the warrant fail. And that's all coming out in the omnibus trial because that's all the pre-trial stuff. Aaron waived his right to an omnibus hearing. So he's not fighting against any of the discovery or the process or anything like that and just going to the next step. If he was looking to delay, surely he and his lawyer would have come up with something just to discuss it for a longer amount of time so that you can push it beyond that date. It seems weird that they would go to the next step as fast as possible.
Right.
Yeah, because I think so again, which leads credence to the thing that okay, they realize they're not going to get out of one or the other and that he is going to have to go. But would they be able to negotiate where he's not going to be in jail over Christmas or that's the other thing. If you knew you were going to jail, would you want to get it over with before the holidays? And
he hates his family, so I don't think he cares.
Fuck those kids.
He doesn't buy presents for him. It'd be great.
Yes, imagine how much gold money I could save on presents if I'm in the jail.
Oh my God, Daddy didn't get your present. He was in jail.
No, even better. He comes out of jail. He goes, "I got you 10 cigarettes. Don't smoke them all in one place."
These are worth a lot.
Learned how to cook ramen and potato chips.
So, but didn't Aaron say that his lawyer had good news for him yesterday?
Yes.
So what the hell was that good news?
We're going to plead not guilty. That's better than guilty. That's good news.
He also said that they were allowing him to turn himself in, but they showed up and arrested him. He's just so disconnected from what's going on.
Knowing what we know about Aaron with how he lied about conversation with Johnny and Keanu and stuff, he could have literally got a message from his lawyer that said, hey, they sent in a plea deal. Call me later to discuss. And then he went on his show and was like, they're coming to me with a deal. They know the tone.
Right.
It's no, that's how it works. They go, all right, you want to save some time and money? Here's what.
So you're saying he's just a dumb guy who doesn't understand things. I think you might be onto something.
Right. I think he hadn't called his attorney yet. I think he even said, got a message from my attorney earlier.
Yep.
Good news.
You know what that reminded me of?
A deal, because a deal to Aaron is something free, 20-inch soundbar. A deal is...
It reminded me of you know what? Cameo's been in contact. They've invited me to be part of their platform. I'm going to have a Cameo. You can order... it was like
and then he never put it... By the way, it doesn't exist, and they never put it up, I don't think.
Right.
Wouldn't it be great if he had a Cameo? I'd love that.
He did this thing, though, where he's they reached out, they got in touch. I've been invited to do Cameo. It's anyone can do it.
Dr. Steve is on Cameo, all right? That's how difficult it is.
Been invited to have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, right. What were we going to say, Tookie?
No, I was going to say, I was wondering if it was that his lawyer was going to take him to Arby's after the court thing.
That was the good news. We'll get ice cream after, little guy.
My lawyer got me a Jamocha shake. It was fantastic. It was like after being in court and just remembering what it was like.
I think it's even more important after the losses, frankly.
Right. Yes. All right. Guys, we have 1,400 people watching us right now. Everyone needs to contribute. We got to hit this goal. We got to get back to
I think it's pathetic that we haven't.
245.
Right. What, we're an hour in and we haven't hit the goal yet? Wouldn't it be great? Guys, I got an idea. What if we started this a half hour earlier than 4 o'clock?
Come on, rally.
And I just hit the goal before you guys even come in.
No. I thought we were doing a good show, but I guess we're not. I guess we stink. I thought we were a big show, but no, we're not. We're just a small show.
This has been a great show, guys. We've done so good
I
today.
don't know. Maybe tomorrow. I guess we didn't.
All right, hold on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's rally. Let's check the goal.
Samper, Andro. Sometimes I wake up in the night, the goal's sitting on the edge of the bed like a sleep demon. Why does it come to me to quench its insatiable thirst? How many more women, dollars, does it want? I've got it. I'll go to prison. There's no way the goal can follow me there, and it'll finally be surrounded by big, strong men like me. I'll probably be running that place in a week. Then I will be the goal.
It makes sense. He's admitted that he loses sleep over the goal. And then he did this thing a year ago where he said, if I'm still begging like this, it's not tenable. We can't keep doing it. If I'm still doing this in a year, I'll have to quit. And yet, like I said earlier, he just keeps making more mini games that need to be completed every day to drive no one but him crazy. No one else is going like Rumble hasn't been christened. Guy!
Yeah. Well,
like, no one's...
Let me tease something because I got to get through some of these super chats. The goal is very important on the show. But you brought up something that I do want to talk about. The format of his Friday shows. He has these rules where if you donate a certain amount of money, he'll watch videos that you send him. And one of them, and we got to discuss this, for $20, he'll watch a video that's 10 minutes long.
10 minutes.
10 minutes of a show is worth $20. Doesn't matter if it's the worst video ever.
It could be an ad for your company on loop.
Dude, it could be images of the Holocaust. Like whatever horrible thing for your comedy morning show, he has to watch it for $20.
NLO for $20. Can we watch NLO for 10 minutes? Make fun of Aaron?
That would be fun if it was like when April was solo and you just make him watch that for 10 minutes. That's a good idea.
Can we make him watch this show every Friday from the last show if we do it every week?
Yes, that is definitely happening. Clippers, figure out the best parts, make it 10 minutes. We'll pony up to $20. Dave Taft. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Dave Taft, $5 says this is for the goal. Don't spend it on drugs or food. What do you think we spend the goal money on? What are you crazy? Hawaiian pizza, 87, $3. We're closer to my goal. 24/7 steel toe coverage. Yes, that's the goal right there. Thank you. Okay, you're still doing the math over there. Big Daddy Dodo. Stop whining, Heberger. Heberger.
You're not updating the scroll, Tookie.
I can't. I have no power. I would.
No, it's still 350. Don't listen to Tookie.
He does that sometimes. Sometimes he does forget to update it.
Yeah, I know. Shit Show says, Patrick, lose these dorks and do a show. I think he's talking about you, Moody.
Patrick did a show like in the middle of the night last night. I don't know if a lot of people know that.
I don't know if it was a show either, but
it was fantastic.
Oh, it was fantastic. It really was. Chris Popke, member for 2 months. This show isn't the same without producer Chris. This mix sucks. We can barely hear Tookie. The mic goes in front of your face, not Tookie's.
Thank you.
Oh, holy shit, that actually did work. You got to talk into the mic, Rocco.
I am talking into the mic the whole time.
Now you are. Okay, good. Thank you. Chris.
What?
Past member for 6 months says, hey, Lady K, turned Tookie's mic up. Come on, punks. I mean, toe bros.
Don't turn it up. It's getting so many donations. Don't ever turn it up.
No.
Turn it down.
I might just mute him and see how many people complain about that.
I should turn my mic down and then get people to pay me to tell me to turn my mic up. That's a fantastic new game.
How about for $20, I'll go up 1 dB? How many dBs am I going to go up by the end of the show?
Guys,
Goldfish or a teddy bear every time.
If you donate an odd number, we turn it down that much. If you donate an even number, we turn it up.
See, these games are fun. You're making fun of it, Patrick. You're having a lot of fun making these mini games. Gonzo, shitcock, $5. I'm glad you finally saw the light. Why did it take you so long to realize Steel Toe sucks, Karl? He makes Chad look like Brother Teresa. Now, I was talking to Tookie about this before the show started, where I'm going to stand by this, and you guys can tell me I'm totally off base with it. He was not as bad as he is now. His show's not even a show. It used to be a show. He used to seem to have a semblance of a broadcasting thing going on.
In 1 year, he has forgotten everything he knew about doing a show.
It's crazy.
Remember, he used to yell, I have to teach these guys how to do a show. I'm the only one who does a pro show. Like, sorry, we do a fun show. You guys are toxic. We do a cool show. You guys watch clips. Your reaction. We do a pro. He said one time that the amount of prep I do for this show, you couldn't do it unless it was full time. As if he's at some desk, clipping news articles. We all know he goes to FARC or
not
TMZ, or Drudge or whatever the fuck he goes to. Fox News.
There's two things, Karl. One, it was a bit of a gradual shift. So, I mean, Steel Toe 2 years ago, if you watch one of those shows, it's different than what it is now. And not just because April's there. And the other one is, people say, like, this is like a movie. Someone should make a movie about this. It would not be believable. I mean, the Steel Toe as a character, like him, is so on the nose. It's so unbelievable, and it's just one-dimensionally shitty.
Thank you, Moody.
I couldn't write a believable character like that. No one would.
I can say what I told Ricada, and I told Ricada that he should tell. I assume he's in contact with April. I have no clue. If he's in contact with
her
April,
insides.
He should... Hey-o.
Contacting your cervix, but go ahead.
Balls deep contact. No, but he should get her a ghostwriter and help her just, if she just like got it all out, somebody could help her put this into a story that would rival, again, like it would be optioned for movies. This could be a bestseller. This would be of interest. It's so insane. Because this guy will never broadcast again. Like the idea that, again, him and Chad both think they're radio guys. And it's like, you had a job once.
I'm going to call right now, April. If you write a book, it will be better than this book. It'll even be better than this book. Flashlight fighting.
If you really did it right.
Not without my toe.
Let's get
back
to
Imholte.
Not without my toe. Oh, Patrick, you should probably mention why this show is called This Little Piggy. We should just explain that. I was getting some feedback that it wasn't a good name for the show. You were insisting that be the name of it.
No, I don't. You can make it whatever you want. I don't really give a shit.
No,
I was high. I thought it was funny. Look, Aaron's a greedy little piggy.
Yep.
Who never sees the error of his ways. It's
we're gonna blow his house down.
We're gonna blow huff and puff.
That's a threat.
Blow his house down.
This little piggy
off himself first.
This little piggy went to the market. It's about toes.
And
I pointed out that not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. He has those little hairs on his chin when he grows out his facial hair.
And on his head, he has a few little hairs.
Yep. So Keith L. $2 says Rob Saul with an accent. Yes, that is Rob Saul. Way more successful, way smarter, and with an accent.
April's book should be called Take Me to the Lake.
Raggedy Man, $10 says, given what, by the way, how much are you putting towards the goal for this $2 right here, Tookie?
Oh, nothing. That was $2 again, nothing.
Okay.
Ones and twos.
We're 220 away. 220 is the goal.
Raggedy Man, $10 says, given what Aaron's accused of, there's a good chance he'll have to register as a sex offender. If that's the case, most social media, YouTube included, prohibits sex offenders from using them. Is that true?
I don't think
doubt
so.
It'll be part of the plea that's not.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything in like on the sentencing for that he needs to be on the registry for revenge porn.
The other theory is that this plea, part of this plea, and the reason for this kicking the can down the road thing, is that he has to complete some sort of counseling or classes.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure.
This.
Yeah.
So again, that could be private because that's been the theory all along about why he's doing Al-Anon.
Yes.
A lot of these programs, don't ask me how I know, wink, wink, when you have to do NA or AA or whatever is part of a requirement for your sentencing or your reduced
even with
sentencing.
a DUI, I've had friends who've had to go to AA and do different programs.
But what a lot of people don't know is a lot of these programs are interchangeable. You could literally go to Al-Anon when you're supposed to go to AA.
You're right.
And just get them initial the sheet.
They just want you to waste your time in a boring meeting.
So literally imagine a scenario where Aaron has been ordered to go to NA and is going to NA, but might be going to some AA meetings to get around it and lying to all of us, like it's a voluntary thing. Why would he still be going to these meetings?
Lying like how he goes to a therapist when he lies about that kind of lying.
When it came out that it's BetterHelp on his phone.
Kane, $5 says, I'm late, never seen Moody before. Very nice to meet you, good sir. Well, I wouldn't call it meeting him.
Yeah. This is a parasocial, but
aren't those by the minute? Those BetterHelp things are like by the minute, the therapy.
I don't think it's. I actually did an ad read for BetterHelp at one point. I'm trying to remember what the
buy a package, were. 30 minutes a week, but they're so incentivized to make you feel good after the session,
right?
So that you come back, you're like, I always feel good after I talk to my therapist. Yeah, see you next week.
When he went to his therapist on BetterHelp and told him that he thinks he has narcissism, and the therapist laughed him out of the room, do you think Aaron left his phone on the table and then he started laughing and walked out of the room?
Door shut sound.
Yeah.
Oh, literal Moody. Gonzo, remember for 13 months, says Venmo, Streamlabs, PayPal. We don't have none of those things, Gonzo. But thank you. Ozenpig, $5 says, okay, let's get you on the record, fellas. Delicious man milk. Giver, taker, bather? Round the horn, please. Just guy talk.
Well, firstly, how delicious and what flavor? Because you need to be more specific.
Pineapple? What are we talking about here?
It depends.
I've always been a giver. I'll be honest with you guys. That's just how I
guess
roll.
giver is the easiest one.
Thank you very much for the $5 Ozenpig. $3 of that goes towards the goal. We're at 207. 207.
Well, it's $4.99, so it's an Apple device. Are you paying attention to that, Tookie? I need the math correct on this.
Yes.
We can't be lying about hitting the goal. New goal, stay out of prison. That's a pretty good goal.
Oh, no.
It's a pretty good idea.
So you could you literally get him to sucker punch you? You could walk up to him on the street and get him to fuck up and punch, not sucker punch, but basically ambush him and get him to punch you.
Get him
and then
to
he would
bar
go
fight or
to
something.
prison immediately.
Like maybe heckle him while he's singing karaoke at the bar and he gets all upset.
Would speeding
he would go to
count?
prison immediately or jail immediately.
Yeah.
Would speeding count?
No, I don't think civil infractions.
But speeding is criminal. It's not civil.
Is it?
Maybe in New Zealand it is.
I don't think so.
We have a free country here,
Like
sir.
his whole.
It's a municipal code. It's not like a law, maybe.
Yeah, you live on an island full of convicts, so you know.
That's Australia.
Same difference.
I was
talking about the Aboriginals. Hey,
if you look up Aaron's name in Minnesota court records, he's been involved in 9 cases, not including his divorces, and he's lost or he's been convicted of or pled guilty to 9.
Wow.
So
imagine him being involved in 9 court cases by your 37th birthday. By the way, 3 are ongoing.
Yes.
It's not getting better. It's like
good.
Chad Zuma.
I was gonna say Chad had 80 misconceptions on his thing. Could this possibly be a Chad situation where these were
trying
9?
to set the high score?
Yeah, right.
His court record is 0 for 9.
And his boxing record's 0 for 2, and his marriage record's 0 for 2.
Yeah, line them up, one
He's
under the other one, 3 zeros in a row, another win for the tic-tac-toe.
That's
There's so
right.
much to learn from all those losses. It's actually a win if you think about
And
it.
people make fun of my fake wife, but we've never had a fake divorce, so think about that.
Good point. Sure, Zerker, $5 says frosted tips incoming. Can't wait to see you guys exactly 5 weeks from today in Detroit. Hope to get a picture. Drew blows. Oh, definitely come up, say hi, get a picture. I wonder if Tookie's going to do the thing with the line before the show starts again. Are you going to live stream?
We always do the pre-show live streams at these events. Yes, we will be doing that.
Tookie will be walking around high-fiving you guys.
Yes, that was when Ray was touching that woman, and that became a big thing. So yes, hopefully, I know Ray won't be there, but we'll see what happens this time.
Yes, Ray will not be there.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Thanks for the super chat, KJ. The Instagram jingle lyrics seem to be studied more.
KJ rules around here, so she got her own personalized jingle. $50. This is a nice break from that boring old drunk who was the head writer for the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar roast. Play a clap. Thank you, KJ. Thanks for supporting us. And I got to say, I didn't know how people would respond to us not doing Point Dabble Point. I think we've been on for about a year now with Point Dabble Point. And here we have 1,500 people checking us out, talking about Aaron Imholte. So as long as we hit the goal, this will be a success.
The toe is so in right now.
No way. A year, Point Dabble Point?
I think so, yeah. It's been about a year.
Wow.
We started it last fall.
Wow.
I know.
I've heard of like this. I was talking to OJ the other day, and he was saying like, who was worse, like Stuttering John or Steel Toe? And I just want to get your takes on that. Like, how do you compare the two, and what do you think of them?
Okay, so in my opinion, Stuttering John is much more of an interesting lolcow because the guy has had so much success for no reason whatsoever. And he's so much worse at all of this than Aaron is. Now, say what you want about Aaron. Aaron can prep a show, pull up the clip, know what he's going to play, actually comment on it. John, if he's going to watch a clip,
be able to.
Well, right. But if he's going to watch a clip, he'll sit there and go, stare at his computer we've timed it 90 seconds, 2.5 minutes. Sometimes he's terrible.
I would argue that's what makes Aaron a better lolcow because he's able to get women, because he's able to pull up clips, because he's able to attract a few oddballs into his world that will just keep co-signing every bit of delusion next to him on the screen. You know, again, like you could literally watch Kiki shake herself out of it. Like, no, enough.
Yeah, right.
Like, so like that's happening with Johnny now. And eventually it'll happen with Matt. But like, I don't know if it's just a I think because he's more charismatic and able to like fool people here and there, and because he has the same inflated ego as Stuttering John,
right?
But he accomplished way less. Isn't that funnier?
That is funny. I agree with you on that. Yes, at least he was actually the host of his show. John was the call screener,
right?
And then they made him be the stunt boy on Leno. It's like he's never been like the main guy, and he thinks that he is. Tookie, what do you think?
Well, yeah, I love Aaron because he stresses out so much because he wants to do this more than anything. Like he said the other day, you are funding a young 40-year-old's dream. His dream is to be a radio guy. But Aaron could probably be way more successful selling cars, selling anything. Like he probably could be way more successful than doing this, but he really wants to do this. Like this is his dream.
That's why he says he'll go away. It's like I know if he gets a full-time job, he'll still do a night something.
Oh yeah, totally.
Tookie, I was going to say he could make more money selling drugs, but he'd probably just tell on all his customers.
Yes.
Immediately after, that guy's got coke.
That guy drugs.
That guy's got coke in his pockets.
You know the drug dealer that like won't let you leave, like invite you in, like no, let's smoke, let's have a little. Come on, man, I just put on Pineapple Express. Let's watch it. It's like. You want friends.
Yeah.
They all do.
Things I think that separate the two of them. One is intelligence. I think Stuttering John is like actually not that intelligent and can't really pull himself out of where he's at. Whereas
that is true.
Aaron is intelligent. Like he's intelligent, just makes the wrong choices, right?
Minnesota intelligent.
No, that's like that is a good point. You're right.
Intelligent.
Intelligent.
The other one is the blast radius. Like Stuttering John is so not able to like put himself out there that he can only really hurt his immediate family.
That's what I'm saying. Aaron can attract people.
Aaron attracts people, pulls people into his social radius, and then explodes. So I think it's hard. He's a much bigger harmer than Stuttering John is.
All right, so this show, because it's a wild success, obviously, when we do the next roundtable, whoever the cast of characters is, this is the question we need to ask everybody, because this can be debated till the end of time. There's so many reasons to make the case for Aaron or John as the bigger loser.
Yeah, but like, is it a good sign that you'll put into a sentence of it? We could debate over whether you or Stuttering John.
Did it sound like I was complimenting either one of those gentlemen?
Yeah, that's the other thing too. It's like it depends on what you mean by loser. I mean, like loser in the sense of like funnier for the internet, or loser in the sense of like life. Aaron could quit all this tomorrow and go get a successful job and be a success, and never mention this to anyone and be a normal functioning member of society, as much as Dexter was. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
he'll have this horrible secret and this insane narcissism hidden, but he can get away with it. You know, he's charismatic in that way. John couldn't hold a job. He couldn't. No. He could again Uber, teaching school. The fact that he held a teaching job is so insane.
A substitute in emergency in LA. And nowhere else would they put up with his shit. He
They
also,
just need babysitters.
he was also a postal carrier for I think 3 weeks or 2 weeks or something. So he cannot hold a job.
People got wet mail. They were tired of getting.
All right.
But seriously, John was just a babysitter. He even admitted himself. He wasn't teaching anything. They're desperate just to put bodies in chairs and go, hey.
The Kate Meany calls were hilarious because he was telling Kate how all you had to do was take attendance, and then he would sit and watch MLC, and the kids would just have to sit there and do their work quietly. And he didn't even have headphones on, so the kids could hear MLC as he's sitting behind the desk watching Kevin Brennan.
So, but when John had his lawsuit, there was panic. There was a wind back. There was a reset. There was an acknowledgement of like, this is serious. You know, you saw a little bit of humility and a backpedaling from John. There's none of that with Aaron. And a matter of fact, the more that happens to him,
the better it is.
He's like, dude, I got to see my buddy Todd V. Peterson the other day. My buddy Todd. It's like, it's your lawyer, Aaron, for the felony sex crime.
He literally said,
like, it's my buddy Todd.
He literally said this morning, it's been a good week. It's been a good week this week.
Madness.
He took himself from being married at the beginning of the year and things relatively being quiet to talking himself into felony crimes. Like it's like he did that.
I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to do that in just 1 year. It would take me a while to figure that out.
So John's not constantly in court. Aaron's constantly in court. Aaron's hurting. Again, I got Ashley LaRue's husband messaging me trying to squelch this shit.
I want to talk about that. I want to talk about you. There's so much to get to, but we have to get to the goal. Tookie is the one who's my mathematician here. He's figuring out if we're going to hit the goal or not. Matthew Rowley, member for 3 months. So is Point Devil Point dead? He was starting to get very old, and as he realizes he has even failed as a locale, it's going to be great. I don't know what's going on with Point Devil Point. Shuli just told me today he can no longer do this time slot. And what I liked about Point Devil Point, it was kind of like me and Shuli doing a show together. So it was Uncle Rico and Who Are These Podcasts combining once a week to talk about John. Maybe we'll figure out another time in the schedule. I don't know. I just found out this afternoon that he couldn't do it anymore. I was planning on being on his channel this afternoon, and then thankfully these guys wanted to talk about Aaron with me, so that worked out very well.
Hey, buddy, they changed my shift at the Piggly Wiggly, so I'm
this
gonna
new
have
manager's
to
a dick.
Yeah, he's a real dick. He doesn't understand. I make fun of John. Come on, man, it's me, Shuli.
AO 1012 $5 says Aaron thinks you must believe the most hyperbolic things about him to dislike him, but it's all based on things he's admitted. Yeah, that's one of the funny things.
The suicide talk is getting weird too. One night he kept saying Melton's suicidal over the internet, which I don't know where that came. It came out of nowhere. It was one show. He said it several times, and then he never said it again. And then the next morning, he started talking about himself and like, yeah, you guys would hate it if I did that. You'd all be sad, which is just like, it's like, is he actually having these suicidal ideations when he goes to, he's
I don't
alone
bring it
in
up.
his house at night. He's alone at night, and he's just going like, how can I get out of this? Like, what else could go? Is it really that bad?
Yes.
The
13-year-old
precursor
girl
to it.
shit.
Yes.
The precursor to it is he says their stated goal is that they want me to kill myself. Like he says that. I don't think anyone in like who's looking at Aaron has ever stated that they
of
want
course not.
Aaron
We
to
don't want
kill
anyone to kill themselves.
Except women who have been with him.
That's not true. It's actually in the bylaws of the Tookie Taliban. If you read Section 2, Article 3, that's actually in there.
But this is another thing that makes Aaron such a lolcow because he follows all the same things where it's like, oh, what do you guys want me to do? Just kill myself? Would you be happy if I'm dead? It's like, no, we enjoy
yeah, that's it.
We enjoy goofing on you. We want you to do 3 shows a day. What are you talking about? Why would you think that?
Put a camera up Big Brother style in your house all over. We want to follow you in the shower.
Right. Look at this from Rover coming in.
He'd make more money doing that.
Oh, IRL streaming for sure.
Oh my God! Just said it like we want to watch you watching old World War II Hitler stuff all day. We want like
Rover just gifted. Guys,
Choosing a
the
flavor
goal
of
is no one paying attention to the goal, Tukey. Get
I
these
am.
people on track for me.
200 is our number.
20. Get
How
the
is it going
memberships.
down so slow?
From Rover.
Well, you know,
because we keep talking.
Exactly.
I have a shit
Percentages.
ton. I have so many chats I'm behind on. This one came in an hour ago. We gotta get.
Somehow, Rover, you made it go up. It's 210.
All right, 210.
Ben C. This guy gets it. 333 toward the goal. If you all uncomfortably hug yourselves a la toe.
Oh, God, I thought we were doing a good show. I really thought.
Come
we
on,
really thought we hit it out of
guys.
the park today. But
Rally up. Let's get a rally.
Sack Hoffman, $5. And when Aaron's in prison, will the goal change to cigarettes and ramen soup packets? Love the change here. Melton, you rock, dude. And Tookie, the kids.
The kids.
Let's get a pink boy. Wouldn't it be cool to get a red boy? Yeah, come on, write it down, Tookie. I'm already counting it in. Somebody send it in a pink boy. Pink boy
right.
just came in.
Guys, we haven't christened Super Tips in the 520 time period, so let's get into it.
I started my third GoFundMe, specifically for the part of my art studio that will be for those of the Nick Rakita kids that might be trans.
It's a wonder that these people are alive. The police like to shoot anything that moves when those pigs raid a place. You can get my 500-page guide with specific steps to take during a raid.
Thank you, Delete Laws. Appreciate that.
Stop! I don't know what I'm doing. Don't point out how bad I am at this. I'm one of the filthy greaseballs from that boot-shaped country.
Patrick insults others for not being up to date with other podcast bits, but misses the spot joke.
I hate the potato.
What was the spot joke?
I don't know. What was the spot joke?
We all
Moody?
missed it.
What was the spot joke, Moody?
We all missed it, nerd.
Guys, I'm getting really nervous here. We're in danger of getting our shit pushed in today. We are 5 Kool-Aid packets, 5 Frito packets, and a can of chili away from 8 a.m. Get in there. Let's get some chunk plays. Inmate pay, reform cash, cell transfer, felonious funds. The booty warriors will be all over our ass if we don't get a W.
Yeah, he actually will get his shit pushed in. It'll be literal for once.
I like when he goes back into cashier training camp. He's like, guys, the goal's 180. We could knock that out with 9 20s. We could do 2 10s and a 5.
Some guy can give us 150. Someone else gives us 30.
Right.
There's
We
a lot
got,
of ways.
like,
And
3
suddenly
you,
YouTube
throw it
stopped
in
taking
50.
and YouTube stops taking its cut as you get closer to the end of the show.
Yes, exactly. And that's what I'm doing here.
All right. Joseph Hamas, $5 says, if Aaron's Bloody Mary is too spicy for him, why does he put a few scoops of mashed potatoes in his mug like a root beer float? It's not a bad idea. I like that.
That's a pretty
Guys,
good
check out my new show this December, the Steel Toe Anal Rape Show.
All right. There's a little promo for you on the show. No worries.
Do your plugs. Gay Muppet. Melton Mondays shall return. And Tebow.
How funny if Aaron, if he does like have a bunch of money in commissary and ends up keeping a bunch of these men kept at bay from his asshole with snacks, but they tell him like once you get out, you got to visit us and put money on our commissary, or our boys on the outside are gonna find your little steel toe show.
Oh no!
Like, what if he starts having to come to prison to like visit these guys and like, no, I volunteer.
No, better yet, they totally changed his show. So he's sitting there and just talking about guys who are wrongfully accused of things. All right, on the 8 o'clock hour, you're talking about how Billy did not murder his wife. This is bullshit.
Justice for Billy, man. Let's get a hashtag going. Let's knock the gold out for Billy, huh?
Karl,
none of this.
Tookie, Onion, and Quadfather, you are all added to the lawsuit. I am coming to Rochester Lady K. It's time for a showdown. My name is John Melendez, and I support Donald Trump.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. All right.
I love Ani DeFranco because black people scare me, even though I pretty much am one.
That is true. That's how that works.
Another super tip system. Without the Mac Moody voice, we need to complain about the creator of the system in his Pakistani voice.
Yeah, if you keep expanding.
Mac Moody, get to it.
Mac Moody, do your job. Do something about Melton's tech problems. Also, people think I suck with super tips. Do something, Mac Moody.
Mac Moody?
Yeah. Indian, then Pakistani. Where am I going next?
Something gross.
Afghanistan?
That's all we know. It's just something weird and gross.
Brown and other.
Yeah, Asian.
Hey,
other.
Kyle, I heard you talk about me. I'm coming for your dick. I'm going to put it in my bin and then eat it like Kobayashi. Hey, Melton, do you like black cock too? I love them in my grape dungeon cock.
I like Black Cock 3 better.
They're all good, but
Seek Kyle.
oh boy,
Seek Kyle, seek Kyle.
my frosted tips.
Shuli, I am driving the train to your house. Concentrate already.
Oh boy,
Hal Hiddler. Hal Hiddler.
You got these, Moody?
I'm Tookie,
Oh, right.
and I love Nazis.
I guess there's some workarounds to what you're allowed to say on this thing.
You want to get on that?
Data. I have a tremendous amount of Patreon subscribers. There's all these ways to pay me directly. Yet here I am with a haircut that looks worse than Joey C's box of cables. Save me supercuts.
Whoa, Jenny Jingles did this yesterday. How dare you, sir? That's wildly offensive. Wait, I said that.
What do you think about the theory that he wants everything spread out? You know, because like all these payment platforms don't report to the IRS until you make a certain number of transactions or $20,000.
Yes.
So if he spreads it out,
it's brilliant, actually.
Yeah, that was a good tip. Thank you.
And then
Honestly,
also, if some are personal and some are business, then he can also like keep everything in the tax bracket he wants it in.
Yes.
He can like get away with not claiming something if he doesn't make over 20K on a platform.
to your point that he's smarter than Stuttering John, John would never think of these things, but I think he probably does. Those are good points. Guys, I haven't seen this before, so correct me if I'm wrong. Has David Chandler used the super tip system before?
I think so.
Wow.
Yeah. He got addicted to doing the voices. He loves doing the voices.
I haven't seen it on my channel. Here comes David Chandler coming in.
Nice coat, Melton. The goal is so simple. We get 70% of YouTube super chats unless they're from an Apple device, in which case Apple gets another 30%, leaving 70% times 70%, which is 49% for us. Weeds get 80% of Rumble rants and 95% of PayPal and Venmo. If that comes out to less than $5, we don't add them until more come in to get to $5. So simple. I don't know why you can't get it.
What? Jesus fucking Christ.
This is a callback to one of the first times Chandler and I ever interacted was on MLC.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the first conversations and fights we got into is this how much does YouTube and Apple take? So I think that's what he's referring
Well,
to.
what's incredible about that, David's paying attention because I think all of that was accurate. I think that is the way he counts the money, until he
he stole it from me. He got it from me.
Things. Yeah.
I straightened him out.
The other thing he used to do was these VIP memberships, which sometimes people are taking and not. But one of the promises he had for VIP memberships is he would send them merch every
Four
time
times a
it came out.
year.
That's right.
Yeah.
4 times a year
And
forever.
He's now in a position where he can't come out with steel toe merch to sell because when he creates steel toe merch, he needs to send it out to everyone who has a lifetime VIP
hundreds,
membership.
if not thousands of dollars in postage and merch.
You're really
Because
gonna
they
fuck that one up.
Merch again.
Again, they don't put stipulations. They don't know how to it's when everyone laughed at me when they're like, oh, the Hackamania website says basically you can keep your money and not put on the event. It's like, yeah, every ticket you buy to every fucking concert ever. It's that is how places cover their ass.
Same with the comedy club here at Comedy at the Carlson. There's no refunds. That's how that works.
I mean, it just...
All right.
This was that cult. And the chatter said it had always existed and always would exist, hidden in distant wastes and dark places all over the world, until the time when the great goal should rise. When the goal arrives, I'll be waiting for it with a shotgun, and I'm keeping the last shell for myself. That is not dead, which can eternal lie, and with strange aeons, even the goal may die.
Oh, the goal is going to be a religion bigger than Scientology at some point. We're just at the beginning of it.
Cowering in a bomb shelter with our cyanide capsules, just waiting for the goal to come for us.
If you think Aaron's got a lot of court cases, wait till you see how I end my redemption arc. Give me the keys to the van. Let's fucking go.
That's a very good Chad right there. Congrats to the system.
Am I a snitch? No. Do I send pictures of my many lovers? No. Do I trash trans kids? No. Do I hire pedos? No. Why are you ignoring me, Lady K?
Sorry, John. We'll get back to you, buddy. I know we had a horrible technical difficulty interviewing some woman yesterday. I'm sure I'll cover it tomorrow on WATP. Don't worry. Hey, so thorough Joe Burrow $5 says, I think the good news was keeping his hearing off Zoom. His next hurdle is tricking his fans into a 90-day goal. It should be pathetic. I can't wait. That's a great point. The fact that the court decided there was no Zoom, no streaming anything, so
you guys could get in serious trouble for that. Don't even try. They're watching, so don't broadcast my court there. I mean, Knicks are still okay. That's fine, but
this was Ethan Ralph who did it.
Yeah, Ethan Ralph did it. Yeah, not yesterday's, but
it was Aaron's side that suggested this because it's like in the US, it's you want it to be public so that justice is done out in the open.
Correct.
But the defendant can say, "I want this behind closed doors because I don't want people streaming about me."
That's a great point. That probably was the good news, is that he's not going to be embarrassed again with him sitting there in court. North Idaho Pest Control $3 says, "Are those floppy disks on your desk, Moody?"
These are actually they're coasters. Yeah, made out of pillar bead.
Love it. Where are we at with the goal, Tookie?
We are at
280.
No. 120. 120 away from the goal.
Tukey's like the most talented guy. We have him just doing math.
Shut up.
I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, we're almost there, guys. I'm feeling good about this. Guys, we could do this. We could definitely do this. We're 25 minutes away. We could definitely make this happen.
We're in the kill zone. We're definitely in the kill zone.
Yes. G-Rob. Yeah, could you imagine? We just announced that this is a show that's daily now at 4 o'clock.
Why not?
G-Rob, $5. Point Demo Point could just about the most relevant locale at the time point at the locale point. Yeah, I totally agree with you. We'll just get a different people in here to talk about whatever we're talking about. For
this little piggy works for anybody, really.
That's true too. Yeah,
just anybody.
We could have Trisha Paytas. We could be talking about her next week.
I can show Aaron how to gobble those jailhouse BBCs. It will help with his radio voice.
All right. There's an upside.
They call the head, but man, yep, you want headbutts? I'll give them to you. Don't believe me? Ask April and Ashley. My special move is the flying headbutt off Nick's bedpost.
Jesus.
Hey, by the way, did you know I headbutted Nick cock?
Oh, boy.
Yep, me and Nick did some much gay stuff. It was remarkable. I miss Nick's butthole.
You talked to Nick. Any truth to that statement we just heard from Aaron?
We didn't get into that.
You didn't get into that? Okay.
I don't like the people are very quick to just throw out gay as an accusation on the internet. I think with Aaron, I don't think that's the case, but I think for sure they had sex in the same room at the same time. I think that's the limit.
I think
whose leg is that?
I think Aaron was having sex with himself while the other three were having sex in the same room. That'd be my
old
guess.
Chair in the corner, the old
then he
snack demon.
Then he finished quickly and went to do the SpaghettiOs for the kids.
Tukey is reenacting it right now.
Do it, Nick.
Like,
Get her.
Yeah.
Get her.
Yeah.
Get her,
Imagine they're all fucking and Aaron's jerking off in the corner and he makes cumsies within 38 seconds.
Oh.
And then he's like, all right, well, I guess I'll go
make spaghettios.
Microwave some spaghetti.
Oh, you guys are still doing it, huh? All right, yes. I'll go downstairs. Anyone need anything? IV? Anything? All right.
Wait, is this why you didn't come, April? You're supposed to last more than 38 seconds? I had no idea.
Anyway, there's Velveeta shells and cheese in the kitchen if anybody...
Mind moving over slightly? I need to get to the charcuterie fridge.
April, you need a ride?
He's moving legs out of his way to get the
April, are you coming
Excuse
home
me,
today?
guys. Just need a Barg's root beer.
Shit Show $3 says, Moody, please tell Pat exactly how you feel about him.
Do it finally.
It's I think he does a great show. Sometimes it's a bit derivative. We get it. You don't need to repeat the same thing 2 times in a row. And one actual criticism, he used to do this voice that makes fun of Aaron, which is like this half-assed Irish accent, but he's done that voice so much now he's using it all the time. So when he goes like dabble, like when he says L's like L, that's
Dabble.
April.
Right.
Like, you've done that. That's creeping into your normal talk. So I think that's a
Yes.
sign. You gotta watch it.
I find it remarkable.
I've done Stuttering John so much that I start making fun of Opie in my Stuttering John voice because it's just like how you make fun of jerks.
I do everyone's Aaron. Everyone's
Right.
just an asshole.
It
Everyone's
happens.
like, oh
Do you know
yeah,
how many
don't mind
times-
if I do.
Do you know how many times I say exactly in my normal life now?
Oh.
I fuck myself over.
You guys have fucked me up with remarkable. Anytime I hear that word, I start screaming real loud. All right. Teal Hank, my man, coming in.
Moody, good to see you. FYI, eagles don't flock with chickens.
Good point, KB. Very good point.
White waffle. White waffle. I taught my little sister this. Hi, Il Hitler.
Jesus.
We will overcome you, Harry Pollock, from an imaginary country. Heil Hitler.
Even Woke Dad is saying this. That's crazy.
He's really
My
making a
nigger, I
comeback.
love Nazis. What about all the good things Hitler did?
All right, I mean, I say some of those things, but that's ridiculous.
Thanks
right
for the
there.
test cases. We'll be adding those.
Yeah, wow. Where are we at with the goal, Tookie? I feel like we're making some
We
progress
are. We
here.
are under 100. We are at
Whoa!
95. Come on, everybody.
Whoa!
95 is
Let's
the
go.
number.
Let's go. We're almost
Really,
there.
that's 45, and then we can just do the rest on overtime.
Overtime. Yeah.
I actually have a ton more super chats to read, but before we get to those, I don't want to just keep doing super chats. I did want to talk about what I teased earlier. So Aaron has this thing. He doesn't have a goal on Fridays, and that's like supposed to be a treat for all of us. Oh, there's no goal. We just do a show. It's just a fun show. You don't have to worry
Rumble
about it.
Friday takes care of itself.
Giving
Right.
back to the fan.
So what happens is if you give him $5, he'll play a clip that you send him. If you give him $10, it takes priority and he plays that clip before the other clips.
Immediately.
If you give him $20, he can play a clip up to 10 minutes. And the new thing is, if you want to insult him, $20. He'll read your insult for $20.
Quick question.
Yes.
What happens if you're watching a 10-minute video and an immediate video comes in?
Oh, what happens then? That's a good point because $20 is more than $10, but $10, the rule is it usurps everything else. Maybe we could turn it into a game. How many $10 should I get during this 10-minute video that's $20?
You stinkers. You keep cutting each other off.
Yeah.
What if you record 20 like 10 minutes of insults and pay the $20? That way it's not just one comment. It's like
That's what we were saying earlier. That would be a nice loophole, a little workaround there.
Or Jim Carrey doing the most annoying sound in the world from Dumb and Dumber, but just straight for 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's setting himself up for people to ruin his show with all this shit. And I have to say, guys, just a quick plug for the super tip system, supertip.gg, is he would need that. He needs that more than anyone. That would help him out so much.
It's ironic that it would save his show.
It would.
But he doesn't have the technical prowess, nor do I think he could swallow the pride enough to admit it.
Do you believe him that he can't show the chat because he doesn't understand how OBS works?
Mm-hmm.
You do. You don't think it's just because he wants to read it differently than how it actually
Yeah,
is
but
written?
it's like any of this stuff's a YouTube video away from figuring out.
It's not
Like,
a priority for him.
Right.
April used to do all the templating stuff and everything inside OBS, so she took care of that. His screens,
calling
his
it
monitors
templates.
are really old. His camera is like 480p. Like it's just
these dusty monitors we've been watching for 3 months. He hasn't dusted them yet.
Yeah.
We still see the dust patterns.
He doesn't know or he doesn't care to know, or it's like a mixture of the two.
He
So-
can't risk having things come up that he doesn't proofread quickly enough to. Do you know what I mean? Like he it's too risky to put stuff on screen.
It would also
I
make it
think so.
easier for people to go back and track his super tips or super chats because you could just see them on the screen instead of having to go through them.
You can go to playboard.co and you can look that up for any channel.
Oh, fantastic.
There's our tip of the week right there. It's what you always get when you tune into this little piggy. Thank you to the 1,500 people who are watching us live on this little piggy, the very first ever Steel Toe Roundtable show that we're doing with my man Tookie from Tookie Soup, tookisoup.com.
But
yes.
But that being said, his super chats were like $1,500 in August total.
Yeah, it's not great.
Stop it.
It's not. He doesn't get a lot of super chats. I was talking to my buddy Drew Lane. I was on his show, and Drew's getting sucked into the steel toe thing now. And we were talking about the goal, and he goes, "Well, why doesn't he just like count the super chats towards that?" I go, "Oh no, he doesn't get super chats." He's like, "What do you mean? All these shows get super chats." Like, no, he doesn't. No one wants to give him money. No one cares what he's talking about. It's very different.
15 memberships, guys. Come on, we're trying to hit 15 memberships today.
I can't believe I'm stressing about $5, but I'm gonna. On principle, we need to do this.
Yeah, it makes me wonder. I don't understand. Like either like because when you run the math out, he doesn't miss a lot of goals. We got to be fair. He if you run the math out, he doesn't miss a lot of goals.
Sure.
And he claims to get
assuming that the PayPal money is real, yeah.
Right?
And the quints.
But if it's all real, it comes out to over $200,000 a year still. Or around that.
Righteous
so
bucks.
it's like, okay, then why the panic? Why the involuntary panic every time you're a few bucks short? And then why the like, we're going to be in the red? Like, we know this is not true. There's no way you can be in the red.
There's no way, Patrick. In August, it was the end of August, and he goes, "We're $80 away from the goal. If we don't hit this, we're going to be in the red for August." $80 is win or lose for you? That's
shutting the doors tomorrow. Doors are shut tomorrow.
What we know is that publicly it's $1,500 in all of August for super chat. We know that his YouTube check in total will be around 2,000. And then you start to go like, well, if it's true that you're going to be in the red, and if it's true that you might not be able to pay Johnny for a couple weeks, and if it's true that like you operate on a shoestring budget, or whatever he says, razor thin margins, then you're lying about all the other income. The stuff we can't see, you're lying about. Whether it's PayPal, Venmo, Streamlabs, it has to be fake or you wouldn't be panicking like this.
Right, $600 a day would be a pretty good living. It should be fine.
Right.
When he had to pay his bail or bond or whatever it is, or the lawyer, he said, "Look, I'm doing well. I personally, Aaron Imholte, the person, am doing great. You don't think I've got $7,000,
but the company that I'm the sole owner of
that's doing well." And then when he's talking to someone about the company, he's like, "Look, all the company can really afford is to pay for the guests and my life. Get a cheaper life. Make your life cheaper." Like
he's doing this thing where it's like all that money went into April in his joint account or whatever, and he's like, well, he literally even said to a comment the other day, he's like, "Dude, household expenses, like that's where April's salary's gone." And it's like, well, you had those expenses when April was there, and now April's not there. So
yeah, you didn't hire a gardener. You have your daughter doing that. You didn't get someone to do your lawn. You're doing your lawn. So it's not like you're hiring help.
Stalking his kids, Karl.
I think it's the terms of service right there.
He said that April's salary is $50K, but I think that's a leftover from back in the Twitch days when he was making over $200K. So you could say quarter of it is
that would
April.
make sense. Real quick, Moody, not to interrupt you, but I just want to see, I'm loving this new stressed out Tookie. Tookie, let's assume that we're 5 minutes out. We have $175 to the goal.
Oh God, I really, the number's 175, and I guess we're not doing a good show. I really thought we were doing a good show, but I guess we're not. Oh God, we're really getting our shit pushed in. Get in there! I'm not going to be nice anymore. Get in there, everybody. Streamlabs, PayPal, super tips, super whatever, chats.
All right,
I want a show. You pay for it. Come on.
What do you think? You're getting this for free?
I want you and Cardiff to practice that.
What would you need to do, Tookie, if you couldn't do the show? What are the jobs that you have to do?
Oh, God. Well, there's so much voiceover work out there for a guy with a douchey radio-type voice. I could always go to that. I didn't realize that. Guys, there's an entire amount of voiceover work just waiting for me out there. You know, I don't even have to audition. They'll just give it to me.
It's so easy because nobody does that kind of work.
Right, yes.
Nobody's looking for that easy work.
No, home studios are so rare nowadays that, no one's looking for that kind of work.
Tookie, I'm calling it right now. When we're in Detroit, we're going to do because it is a Steel-Toberfest.
Oh!
We are going to do a steel toe segment. I want you and Cardiff to practice with both Tookie arms, stressing out about the goal.
Okay, fantastic.
Live on stage.
Yay!
I think that'd be fantastic.
That's fantastic. Steel-Toberfest. I'm there.
Steel-Toberfest coming up in Detroit, October 25th. Strangeland 77, a $4 super sticker. Take that off the goal. Thank you very much.
We'll just want us to kill ourselves.
Oompa Loompa Bob $5 says, when AI finally takes over to end humanity, it's going to be worse if it uses the AI Joey C voice to broadcast its message to humanity. That would.
I think it might go a little something like this.
Karl's Frosted Tips, $2. I'm Bob Levy, and these are my new teeth.
Holy shit.
Oh, wow. Okay. I see the avatar there. It's fun. That does not count towards the goal because it's only $2. And Dr. Steve, $2. You know, Steve, I see you give gifted memberships to Be Dabbling Live and OJ in the Morning, and $2 is all. Anyway, Steve says, this is my Cameo money for this month. I believe it. Steve charges like $6 for a Cameo.
85 from the goal.
85 from the goal. Gonzo, $2. Why would you talk like that, Moody?
I was just born this way.
Yeah, likely
That was
excuse.
so long ago.
This is what happens when you give your child gender-affirming care.
Oh, yeah, by the way, this is from 503. J Phoenix, $2. These $2 go to Tookie, not your goal. Yep, which doesn't count towards the goal anyway. Don't worry. Oh, Zenpig, $2. Does Com blast counterclockwise in New Zealand? Good question.
Does it blast clockwise for you? Like, how?
Yes.
Why does it have a direction?
It comes out clockwise for us.
I've got mine trained.
That's true.
Diablo Sandwich, $2. You know, if you'd gotten laid when you were here in the U.S. for your business trip, you would know.
Right,
It's
right.
different or not. Diablo Sandwich, $2. But if we hit the goal now, it'll ruin my edging. Guys, would it be cool if we just like hit the goal early? We don't have to worry about it.
Let's just
Out of the
knock it
bag?
out
Dude,
now.
I
Let's
just
knock
had
it
an
out.
idea. Dude, I just had an idea. What if somebody right now, $100, knock it out for the old town. What if somebody did that? What if that happened?
It'd be crazy if we don't just hit this goal, but we hit the next goal and the one after that and the one after that. There's no limit.
How did you come up with that?
I can't believe I just thought of this now. I never thought of it before. But what if someone gave me all the money I need all the time? Ed Basanti, $5. Thanks for doing this, guys. I hope this makes Aaron seethe.
Well, it really is what he does. He's just like,
yeah.
But I do, guys. Thank you for all the money, but I do still need more money. Like, that's the show.
Twitchy Tookie is worth the goal in itself. Agreed.
Yeah. Every time he does the like, help keep the show on the air, guys. Donate today so we can get your donations tomorrow.
My Left Toe by April. Very good, J Phoenix.
Right. That's a great name for the memoir.
That's pretty good. My Left Toe. Dabble Don Dada, $5 says, crazy how similar SJ and Aaron are. A lot of the same locale traits. Very weird. FSJ, FST. Yeah, it is surprising and not surprising at the same time. Soft Weekly is here, $2. Hashtag Melton not a pedo. Goal.
Let's hope. Let's hope.
Soft Weekly, I hope you got the link to join us. I sent it out to you. I also sent it to Johnny Crutches. We were hoping Johnny Crutches would join us on the show today. I emailed him a link to this.
Ugh.
Associate producer Ralph, coming in with $2.79, says, why does Moody's accent sound different on this show?
Is it? Is it different?
It is. You're putting an accent on, obviously.
All right, sorry.
You want to sound like you're from some exotic land.
I'm sorry, Karl. I'll
There
talk
it
in
is.
my normal voice from now on.
No one would take you seriously if
No,
you talked like
weird.
that. Max Brengel, $2. Is that Moody or Ellis from the first Die Hard movie? We'll never know. John O'Reilly, Melton Rocks, Soft Weekly. Moody looks like Blind Mike with sunglasses.
What's with all these $2? None of this is reaching the goal. We're
It's
still
not
at
helping the goal.
85.
We don't count any of this.
No, we're still at 85.
Gay Dabbler, £2. So Nick is the good guy? Coke and guns around, kids. Listen,
there's anybody is the good guy.
Yeah, there's not good guys. There's no good guys in this.
Aaron's the
people are,
douchey guy.
I love when people are just like, how could you be friends with Dick Masterson? I'm like, well, he makes me laugh. I don't know what to tell you.
It's that very much like I like vanilla ice cream. Oh, yeah, so you think chocolate's a shit flavor? What the fuck? Like
Right.
chocolate's great. It's like I wasn't talking about that.
I agree with Moody. Both Nick and Aaron are awesome.
Correct. That's what we're trying to say. Diablo Sandwich, $2. John equals benign mole. Aaron equals skin cancer. I like that. That's a good comparison. KJ again. Remember when Karl said the steel toe stuff wasn't all an elaborate work? What a nerd. I really thought he was going to show up that Monday morning with April. I was so excited for it.
I was listening to a clip of Chad, and he was like, That's what Karl does. He sits back and he waits for everyone else's opinion to come in, and then he joins the most popular one. And I go, he sat back. I go, he sat back on steel toe, and then piped up to me. I couldn't even believe it when you told me. You were like, I have a different take. We'll see you on my show. Yep. I go on his show. He's like, I think it's all fake, and I'm like, there's no way.
I gave Aaron the benefit of the doubt. I'll never do it again. And the funny part about it is that I was trying to say, like, Aaron can't be this much of a loser. Right. He's working all you guys up into a lather. He's going to come back with April, and the joke's going to be on you. I thought for sure that was what was going on. It only made sense to me. And then Aaron goes on and goes, Karl's such a fucking idiot. I'm like, I was sticking up for you, asshole.
You were defending your friend.
My friend.
Your best friend.
Your best buddy.
My BFF.
Best friend. Remember that, Karl.
Gonzo $2 says, "Can you interview
all the time?"
This is a great idea right here, Gonzo. Can you interview people who watch Toe unironically? That would be interesting. I'd love to get those people on the show.
Well, it would be great to even talk to David Chandler. I don't think he would ever do it, but because he was a big steel toe guy.
I don't think he wants to shit on Chandler, but I did. I had curiosity, so I pulled him aside at DabbleCon and talked to him for probably 30 minutes about Aaron and like, how'd you get into it and like, where'd you go and like. So I'm not going to repeat all his answers and stuff, but it basically revolved around that holiday stream, their birthday stream. I guess their birthdays are both December and they have that holiday, and they're like, and he was like, when they were both like, well, Chandler always shows up big for our birthday, so we'll see you next week, Chandler. And it's just like they were counting on this
it's fucked up, man.
guy. And I've always said it's
shit.
so stupid to count on one guy for your income, for your bills.
Yeah. You know who else does that? Obviously, Stuttering John does that. He pleads, so where's the legend? Why isn't the legend here?
Right.
The guys give money. But also Ethan Ralph does that too. Ethan Ralph, I was on a show with him. We were debating how much he sucks. He didn't think as much as I did. And he was explaining to me how much money he made. I'm like, yeah, well, you have like 8 people giving you money. Like, that's not a good business model. I said this to KB too. I'm like, you have an 80-20 thing going on where 80% of your income come from 20% of the people who are giving you money. That's not a good model, and obviously we're seeing that play out.
You can't let the whales run the show because it's easy for one of them to drop out, whereas like a smaller amount is.
Or they can tell you what to do. They can tell you how to run your show, and you're like, okay. Yeah.
Diversification in general, which is why we started Super Tip. It's like if you lose your YouTube channel, it sucks if all your money goes.
Yeah, does anyone see Cardiff? I haven't seen him in weeks. Does he still exist?
He's dead.
Audiophile America, $10. That goes towards the goal. Thank you. I would say lately Aaron is a better locale than Stuttering John, but I think you guys are sleeping on Jack Scalfani. Maybe we are.
I don't know who that is.
There's not enough time. Like the steel toe stuff is just so crazy that like to get on top of all of it is.
These guys do 2 shows a day in some cases. It's fucking nuts. Like Dark Side Phil. I started looking into Dark Side Phil. I'm like, there's just way too much. He's on all day. He's online begging for money. It's too much.
People get mad when I don't do 1 a day. Also, thank you, Audiophile America. You sent us 20 by mistake.
Right. You owe me that fucking 20, motherfucker.
But also, like that Dark Side Phil guy, so many people are covering him anyway. Like you can get your information from other places. Yeah,
for sure.
Aaron
Aaron
used to cover Dark Side Phil. If you go back 2.5 years, there's clips of Aaron talking about Dark Side Phil, talking about how much he begs for money.
Oh, no.
It's embarrassing.
We got to find
that. Take an Aaron clip, put that over the Dark Side Phil clip, and you could intercut.
Matt Clower, somebody did it. There's a video called "The New Dark." Is Aaron the New Dark Side Phil? And it's literally like
you gotta send that to me. You gotta put that in our chat. I want to watch that. That's hilarious.
Guys, love you more than a friend. I gotta run. Maybe I'll jump back on if I can.
No, I gotta go too. Tukey, where are we at with the goal?
We are at $70. We were $70
away.
One.
Yes, I think we're in striking distance, everyone.
We're in the kill zone.
Plays. Tukey, you're the man. Thank you, buddy. Tookie Soup, everybody, is where you want to check out. And, of course, be dabbling live tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., I assume. He usually does that. I don't know. I would have asked him. But he's like, oh, I want to be a good father and pick up my daughter from the bus stop. Okay.
She's more important than Aaron.
Yeah, okay. Hello, Cooley, $5. Hey, Moody, you want to get out of here? Ooh, he's trying to hook you up.
He spent all of Hackermania hitting on me. It was yeah.
Oh, that's cute. West Bravo says, hey, could you guys please give me all the money I need to pay my bills and support my family while receiving absolutely nothing in return? Thanks. Seems like a reasonable request, I would say.
Money.
money, money, money. All right, so we're down to $60 towards the goal. Hit the goal like the doctor hit Karl's mouth. Yeah, he was not gentle with me, that's for sure. I got a couple of super tips here we got to get through, and then we'll wrap things up in just a moment.
Thank you for not killing yourselves. Let's hit the goal so I can stay away from Greenland.
Thank you, Koof. Thank you for not killing yourself. I appreciate that. Thanks, y'all. We're down to $50 from the goal, guys. We're almost there. It's gonna
1,
happen.
2, 4, 7 plus 2 makes 8. I like to count things. Come on, kids, count with me. Why is Moody from Pakistan not counting? I heard he had a pager problem.
Gay. I'm so gay. No, I'm gay. Yeah, I'm so gay. So yeah, hey, gay.
It's often being a
Pager
word
problem.
when you repeat it so often.
Yeah.
Too soon.
Too soon with the pager problem jokes,
Yeah.
guys. Come on. People got their hands blasted off. It's very scary.
Yesterday, I plead not guilty in court. Then I got home and learned about Rumble's copyright strike system. And here I thought Rumble allowed everything illegal because that's what I told myself.
I am very proud of my son.
Moody, what's going on with that?
I don't know. I've
Can
been
we
trying
fix
to fix
this?
that for
Can
such
we
a long time. I have
Can
no
we just
idea.
erase him and just put a new one in and start?
Yeah,
from,
I'm gonna need
start
to do
over
that.
again.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've asked him 10 times, and you know what? All the people who have been waiting on voices are saying Moody's not answering emails for a month now. People have been waiting on voices.
You know why? Because he's fucking coming on these shows last minute.
Yeah,
and
it's this is
becoming
what
a
your
celebrity.
time is spent doing.
Internet celebrity Moody over here. He's he's a personality now.
Pat
Yeah,
Dixon
I'm
said
a
he's been
guy
waiting
now.
on voices. Pat, you're making Pat Dixon wait. You're making Perry Caravello wait. What do you do here?
Jesus.
You need to look if you're waiting for a voice. Email Patrick. Ask him.
No,
He's really
I can't.
good at the
All right.
voices.
I actually have a bunch
It's
more
not me.
voices too, so I'll send them to you then, Patrick. Because I got to get this shit done.
I can't do it.
We got important things to do. Shit show, $3. Round the horn. What percentage of the quad goal is real money? Oh, okay. That's a great question. What
Well, I
percentage?
didn't see it come
I
in.
didn't
Was it
either.
all one guy?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
I never saw it come in, so I don't know. I assume
was-
if it's like giant, look, he knew he had court and he didn't want to worry about it, and he can go stress free. So I don't know. Maybe he made it all up. Who knows?
You know what? Honestly, that's the answer. If that he wouldn't fake something like that because then he's just like, I'm good for the week, and he wasn't pressing after that as much, and he's watching Con Air. When he's faking money coming in, it's when he's way off the goal and he needs a W real bad. Then all of a sudden, $50 comes in, $100 comes in behind the scenes.
Right.
So that was probably real shit show.
But it is funny that when he makes goals, his first instinct is to not do shows. Like,
Yes.
great, tonight we'll just watch Con Air, and tomorrow I can take off, and Friday we'll just fuck around with some video. It's like his
So
instinct
weird.
is like, well, the money's in. Fuck you, people.
Which
Well,
is
he had the streak before, and that was the thing he was counting to.
Right.
But then the streak became whatever numbers. And I think this quad is like a beyond the streak sort of thing. It's like, can we extend the streak beyond the number that of the shows that we're doing? So, like, it does feel maybe he's trying to rally people.
He'll start acting like it's a big L if he doesn't knock out all next week's stuff early.
Yeah.
You know, he'll get like ahead of his
yeah.
crowd.
We got a quad last Tuesday. We're not
The
getting
goal-
a quad today. What's going on?
The goal wasn't working. He had to like
Yes.
up to.
You always need a little
quad.
more goal.
A
A
Just
little.
a reminder: 4 hours of show for free every day if you don't give $1.
That's true. He still has to
And
go
then
4
just-
hours.
Like, don't give $1. You're trying to pay $350 for 30 minutes. Just stop, everyone. Just let him do 4 hours for $0.
When Axl Rose sang, I used to do a little, but a little wouldn't do it, so the little got more and more. Do you think he was singing about the goal?
The goal.
I think he
Yeah.
was singing about the goal.
I
To
used
your
to-
point,
or,
Moody.
or how hard it is to hit. I used to beg a little, but a little wouldn't do it. So now, I
now
beg more and more. Yeah.
That's a parody song right there. Anyone who wants to put that together,
Yeah.
that'd be very funny. That's Mr. Brownstone. I'm sure you can come up with Mr. Steel Toe or something more clever than that, obviously.
Newport people smell like onions. Nobody likes onions. It all makes sense now. Also, Karl sent ISO emails. I knew it. Karl and Shuli are in on it together. FBI, here I come.
Oh, it's worse than that. Iso Doe, the pedophile that we found out had all this CP on his computer, 6,000 images and videos, was in my house, in this very basement that I'm sitting in right now. And you know what? Patrick was also in this house just last month. So I think we're all going to prison for a very long time.
Yeah, he told me which panel of the wall to remove to get the tape.
And then that's where the pedo spores came from and infected.
Yeah. It's so stupid. These people are so childish when it comes to like, oh, that guy's into really horrible shit.
Gay
well, then,
and pedo.
Yes.
Racist gay pedo. That's the worst things you can.
It's satanic panic, but for internet guys.
Right. Yes.
Lady K, why are you not paying attention to me? That steel-toe homo is going to get railed by black cock like my ex-wife. I'm still more interesting. I know I did something you want to comment on. Just do it.
Aaron's goal is to figure out how not to bleed while shitting out that Newport cum. Delicious.
Wow. This is getting crazy. John, I apologize, man. I need a break. We need a break from each other, buddy. We'll get back together again soon. All right. I don't know if you guys are ready for this. I'm pretty sure this puts us at the goal. Drive by $50. 50 at a time. That's how you do it. Yes, we hit the goal. I knew we would do it. Wow, we have the best show in the world. This is the biggest show. This is the biggest show to ever exist.
I knew we would.
Ah, man, it's because we're so good. It's because we put such a good show.
Take that, dick sucker haters. I know you're all seething. Look at them all leaving the chat to cry.
Yeah, fuck you. MSO, you lost. ISO, you're in jail. We win.
That's hilarious. Drive by, thank you so much for making sure we hit the goal. And Meredith Halfpenny coming in. Don't fix windows down on the highway, Aaron AI. Don't fix windows down on the highway, Aaron AI. I got it.
Yeah, Aaron's just on the run.
I get it now. I was thinking of Microsoft's operating system. So like, what is she talking about? Okay, now I get it. I'm dumb. Very good. Well, guys, this has been a very successful, this little piggy steel toe roundtable discussion. I have to say, it's like our group chat came to life. I didn't even get to all the things I wanted to talk about. I want to talk about Aaron going back on the radio and his answer to Aussie Guy saying that he was going to be on, but that thing in May came up. He's going to clear that up first. And
like that pesky felony.
Yeah, that little thing that I got to take care of, and then I'll be back. And I love the idea that like they need a morning guy, and they're like, all right, but I got to take care of this court thing first. And they're like, take your time. We'll just leave the slot open until you're ready.
He also said they don't care about internet shit at one point whenever someone would bring it up. So
that's insane.
It's almost like he lies.
It's almost like he thinks we're as stupid as he is. He really does give zero credit to his audience. He doesn't think that his audience, and listen, judging by the live show that you played on your show, they really are dumb people. So
they say that those people who do like those Nigerian scam emails will misspell something or use poor English on purpose to weed out too discerning of people. Like it eliminate because it eliminates smart people, and then you're only left with idiots to fool, which really ups your percentage.
Mr. Jones is into you too, Moody. See that? Moody's cute. Listen, I'm reading the Pores chat now.
I'm not cute. I'm just young. Like the Dabbleverse is full of 40-year-old and up men. I'm just in my 30s. That's what you're seeing.
If you rounded it, you're 40. You hobbit.
True. As of last week, I did turn 35. So there you go.
People should check out Nobody Likes Onions on YouTube. Subscribe. Hit the notification button because he goes on at all different times. You never know when he's going to be live.
I'm lost.
It's a fantastic show.
We're going late tonight.
We've been hurt like this before. We don't believe you anymore.
No? I thought that would work on my. I don't know how it works.
You have Apple?
You do that? Yeah. How are you?
I don't know, man. I can't save you from this bit. Nothing I can do.
This one works, right?
Nobody likes onions, everybody. Go check out Patrick Melton on his show. And Moody, what are we plugging for you? The super tip system?
Just send Patrick an email if you have any thoughts about anything. If you'd like to get on Super Tip, Patrick.
We're not taking.
That's just let him know your thoughts on everything.
We did just add BYB.
We did. We
did you really? BYB's on Super Tip now?
Yeah.
Nice. Very good. I'm interested to know who their voices are.
I need to do a Quadfather. He hasn't asked me to, but I want to do a Quadfather. He's got such a good voice.
Yes.
So
I would like Quadfather on mine. Yeah, actually, now that you mention it. That's a good one.
So the problem is every voice we get, everybody's like, ooh, I want that.
Well, right.
It's like, it's not, we're not a yogurt land. Everybody can't have all the toppings.
I understand, but I want sprinkles and nuts and crushed nuts. Patrick, come on. Guys,
right.
I'll let you go. I have a couple more super tips that just came in. I'm going to play, but if you guys want to get out of here, I'm going to go see Harlan. I'm going to see Harlan Williams tonight, and featuring for him is Vinnie Paulino.
Nice.
So that's my big fun night.
Harlan was always one of my. I worked with him probably 3 or 4 times, but he was always
great.
one of my favorite guys. And you go watch, like, I would go sit in on every show and watch it because it was different every time. He's so good with.
He interacts with people. Yeah,
merging the crowd work with his material, he does it masterfully. He's one of the best.
Agreed. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. All right, thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right, now it's just us. Hey, look at this. Just you and me. And what do you guys have to say for yourselves? Anonymous $5 says, I'd like to subtract this from the goal. Start begging again, please. Yes, we're again 350 away from the goal. This is our new show without the guests where we have another new goal that we have to hit.
Karl, now that you're out as gay, I'd like to invite you to my naked puzzle art studio.
Yeah, you're letting things slip. You're saying the quiet part loud lately.
Pooh, we did it. No Greenland today.
Yes, Koof, we did it. Thank goodness for that.
Melton, you should put Mac Moody back in his cage. The super tip system is still unfinished. I'm not cool yet, so whip him a bit to work faster. We might have to send Joey C after him otherwise.
Woof, woof, ruff, ruff, grr, grr, woof.
Farting in the mosh pits of morning radio.
Okay. Great show. Good job, everybody.
Great job, everyone.
Boom! Hot take!
Bullshit. You're not charismatic. This dude is fucking corny.
No one told me there was gonna be boasting.
Thanks a lot, Karl.
Who are these
Podcasts.
I don't know.